Welcome back to Gals and Goblins. Jared is too busy baking the perfect macarons right now, so I, Olivia Rose McCain, will be your goblin master today.
Yes!
As usual, we are joined by Campbell Duffy and Lilly Persifield. As not so usual, we are also joined by Madeleine Mason today. Madeleine is a TTRPG writer, performer, and producer based in Los Angeles, California. Outside of the TTRPG world, they stream video games on Twitch and work on one of the 500 plays she says she'll finish. And if you've listened to our Rat Chef episode that we posted hopefully not too long ago, we have Madeleine to thank for writing that wonderful system and bringing us all that joy that you heard. So welcome, Madeleine. You are now an official gal and or goblin, whichever you so choose to be.
The two genders, gal and
Yes.
goblin.
That's what we always say.
As God intended.
As God intended.
But what if I'm like a galblin? You know,
I like that.
Yes, we've had plenty of
goblins.
goblins.
Yeah.
Plenty of goblins. Oh, I guess I should say what we're playing
We
today.
established a fake gender binary and then immediately smashed it.
Fuck that.
because gender is fake.
That-
Exactly. And we could call ourselves goblins and we'd all be like, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
What are we playing today? We are not going to be in Frogmont playing our silly little school characters. We're playing actually a different system called Barry Mary, the Great Lich's Bake Off by, Tritonus Games, but it's writing, design, cover illustration, and interior art by Peter Reitz. I hope I'm saying that right. Reitz. Forgive me, Peter, for I have probably said that wrong. Yeah. So the fun thing about this is it is super collaborative. I believe it is based off of it's based more on the rule system kind of like powered by the apocalypse. So super collaborative. There's not necessarily a GM. We run everything together. And as you can probably imagine by the name, it is inspired by the Great British Baking Show.
Yeah. Or Bake Off. Some people get mad if you...
Is it Great British
well,
Bake Off?
It depends because it's advertised as the Great British Baking Show, but people call it Bake Off, GBBO. So it's contested, highly debated. I'm a filthy American, so what do I know?
Wait, we do have British listeners. We have quite a contingency of them. If you guys
If you're
are
in our
mad,
British following, okay, you comment down below. You specifically comment.
I don't know. I did study abroad in London, so I do think I do have some authority. I do have some authority on British matters, but just from what I remember, it's Great British Baking Show, but people also call it Bake Off.
Okay.
But once again, I would defer to someone in England before I claimed anything.
okay,
But
well,
this is the Great Lich's.
Bake
Bake
Off.
Off.
Yeah, so don't worry.
Yeah.
But if we did get that wrong, you know what? Just go on our Instagram or our TikTok and
Leave
just
10
fill those
comments.
comments
Yeah.
up.
Fill those comments.
And we'll respond individually. That's
Get in the
for
comments. Can we say that?
sure. I don't know. Is that copyrighted yet?
It's
We can
not,
say that.
It's not trademarked.
He didn't even
Oh
did he
no,
copyright
what's
it?
Dropout gonna do? Copyright strike something that people say a lot?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, are they going to call us out publicly
no.
by our podcast
Yeah,
name?
Drama, if you're listening, email us and we'll talk.
Yes.
Tell us and we'll kiss.
Oh my god. Great. So I thought we'd start with like I said, this is collaborative play. We've all created our little player characters ahead of time, and well, actually, I don't know. Campbell talked about changing hers, so I don't really know what everybody's playing. I kind of do. But I think the first thing we need to do is I do want to say this and this is in if you go and buy Barry Mary Great Lich's Bake Off, it talks about safety tools, lines and veils. We at our table we do that, and Madeleine filled out. We have a lovely form for our guests where they do that as well. But of course, if anything ever comes up, just feel free to drop it in. Do we have a chat? Yeah, we have a chat. Drop it in the chat. Raise your hand. Yell stop right now. Anything
System
A
is
little
written,
X.
like you have an X,
Yeah.
right? So could we do it on screen? Could we, like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
not-
do
I'm
it on
not-
screen.
I'm not worried, but just everybody has that. We play a
Yeah. Oh
fairly
no, we're gonna
safe.
talk about genocide during this.
During the Lich's
I don't
Bake
know.
Off.
It's not gonna. I don't think.
think it'll come
it's
up.
a bake off probably won't come up.
I sent you the form, and I was like, I don't want you to think that like I was like that's just my like general form that I have. I was like, I don't want you to think that we're gonna get like
we
really
don't usually
intense.
have all that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't I don't know. I think today's gonna be a pretty uneventful. Well, not uneventful, but I don't think like I'm gonna. Yeah, I think
We're not really
fine.
gonna get into the nitty gritty issues of the world.
In Rat Chef, we did turn to murder though, so.
There was
Well, like everyone turns to murder at one
Everyone's-
point or another.
Our lives
Everyone
were under
turns-
threat.
in a lot of the like murder is never included in a lot of like TTRPG like consent checklists because it's like I don't know if you can play a
Can't
TTRPG if you're like I'm not gonna murder. I mean you can.
No, and like I love playing like young people, like I love playing children in games because I think that's a very fun thing to explore. Like as an adult now,
Oh, yeah.
like going back and playing a kid, and then they're like, okay, harm to kids is always in that. Like you
Yeah.
can harm me,
And it's
the
like,
child.
I'm the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can harm
We were
me.
talking about like harm to
Exactly.
animals. It's like no, I don't want to see
I
you do
can't.
something horribly graphic, but like if you're like holding a squirrel over like a little fire being like tell me what you know, I'm like that's fine.
Or if you're like
That,
like
well, here's the
fighting
thing,
a dragon.
As long as I can save the squirrel, if
Yeah.
I have the option to save it,
Yeah.
It's
like,
fine.
Like you, is anyone here like a Skyrim fan at all? Anyone? Anyone?
No, Jared
Like,
is,
In
but
in Skyrim, you fight like a lot of wolves, and I don't like it because they also do like wow, wow sounds when
Oh,
they
yeah.
die. And I'm,
No, I couldn't do it.
So like if I like just for encounters and stuff, like this is also I love playing like rangers and druids because I'm always gonna animal friendship my way out of
Yeah.
anything.
exactly.
Also, I hate it when they're like, it's a giant spider. You can't animal friendship it. I'm like, shut up. It's my friend now.
Yes,
It's a
I can.
friend. It's a giant friend
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I believe that all animals have the potential to be friends. So I
agree.
Yes, I don't like it when they're instantly my enemies. If I don't have the option to make it a friend, I don't.
I don't want it.
Don't want to face it.
I don't want to see
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so the premise of this, I mean, what's the name? Barry Mary, the Great Lich's Bake Off. So essentially the premise is the Lich is unfathomably powerful but exhausted, so they've concluded that they don't want to live forever anymore. So the Lich is hosting a baking competition to attract the world's most skilled adventurers to destroy its phylactery. So that is our goal. There's also going to be
Okay.
a few inept NPCs because you're supposed to play with 7 people. So we also get to make 3 little NPCs that, newsflash,
Little
are going to get
guys?
cut first.
Okay, wait. Are they gonna get eliminated or die? 'Cause
I think that's up to us. Like, I think we get to describe that. So if you would like
I
them
do
to
think
just
it's
be eliminated.
objectively funnier if they get eliminated rather than killed.
I like-
I personally.
There's also like if you were playing with 7 people where like obviously somebody has to get eliminated every round, they like go like to a little corner and they can still like play but just like different
Okay.
parts of the game. But our NPCs will probably just I imagine them like in a little penalty box. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
in a
in
mush- in
hockey
the
where
mush
they like
pot.
put you in there.
Yeah.
we could save them at the end. Like I don't know, go to
Yeah.
the dungeons now.
Yeah, they have to
and
go
we
to
can
like a
go save
tower
them.
and we have to like
Okay.
Yeah.
save them.
Well, we'll see because we'll see what NPCs we come up with because we all got to play them. So if they're annoying, I might
Yeah.
leave them down there.
Wait, so how do we destroy the phylactery through baking?
That's a great question, and it's gonna be
So I thought
Obviously,
I thought
good
it was
vanilla is the
Shit.
answer.
Yeah,
If we
I thought
have
it was
enough
shit.
good vanilla.
throwing you a softball.
You're throwing me a softball as if I have read this 4 times, but not today.
Well, you never really know a TTRPG until you play it.
Yeah, you're like,
so-
I've read everything, and then somebody asks you a question, you're like, one moment, please. The player with the highest bake-off roll in round 5 describes the award ceremony at the end of the competition. That player is presented with an artifact that they sought, which will all of our players have little fun things that they want from the Lich, and then the Lich's phylactery is possibly destroyed. So you have to like take the step to destroy the Lich's phylactery and set their soul free. And it's the players need to have accumulated enough bake-off rolls with successes. So the number of successes necessary to destroy the phylactery equals the number of players minus 1. So ours will be 3. That feels good.
Great.
But I believe those are accumulated like during the game. I don't know. We'll learn as we go. I know there's like a helpful breakdown at the end of this that like takes you through every step. And then you also get to answer, like, what does it look like when it's destroyed? What happens to the Lich? Does the Lich say anything significant? Like, we get to narrate all that, and it has, like, prompt questions. And you don't have to answer every question. You can add details.
This woman's last words are going to be soggy bottom. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it could be anything else. So with all this speak of the Lich, should we craft our Lich together?
Yes.
I would love to.
What flavor is our Lich's phylactery? And if we're ever stuck, there's tables in the back that we can use.
Can you remind us of what a phylactery is? Not that I don't know, but just in case no one else knows what a phylactery is.
A phylactery.
It's not like super common.
Yeah, a phylactery is like where shit, I can't use my pop culture reference because we fucking hate her.
It's like what the life force is tied to, right?
Yeah, it's like where their soul
one
is kept.
second.
It's just like a little object that like they store their soul in. So like you can't, you have that they usually, a Lich will keep it somewhere else from their body.
Yeah.
So even if you kill the Lich's body, you can't kill the Lich. So it just like makes them more powerful.
Yeah. But this Lich is
Okay.
like ready to head on.
Yeah,
out.
this Lich is like presented their
Well-
phylactery in front of us.
You know what? Good for her, though. Good for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Like there's
She's being vulnerable.
There's a really wonderful at the end of this PDF, they do like an example play where literally they have everybody like playing through rounds, and their phylactery is like a dirty briny pickle in a jar. And so if that gives you any ideas.
So it needs to be an object that contains a soul, and it needs to have a certain flavor.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
flavor is the Lich's phylactery? We can roll for this, or we could.
Well, here's my pitch. Because Mary Berry in the Great British Baking Show loves a good alcoholic beverage.
She does.
She loves a little drink. So I don't know. I feel like this phylactery should be, I don't know, like a nice bottle of gin.
Like a rum cake.
Yeah, could it be
Yeah,
like
like a rum cake.
And we have to get, if the rum is like the soul, and we have to extract it, like leaving the dry cake behind.
Oh, that's good.
And that is the challenge. That is the challenge.
Yeah.
How do you extract rum, like from a rum soaked
So we
cake?
have to unsoak.
A rum cake,
rum cake.
and destroy the rum that we have pulled from the cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is the
Well,
phylactery.
you just drink it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We can all take shots of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have a rum cake, but specifically the flavor of the phylactery is rum that we must extract.
Okay.
So
and it's a good rum, by the way. A
Yeah.
good rum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know so much about alcohol, I'm about to give you a really nice rum brand.
Ooh.
Malibu. Okay.
I feel like a good option for this is the
Wait.
the Kraken rum.
Yeah, Kraken rum,
Yeah.
because it's brown spiced
Yeah.
rum.
And
yeah.
then the Lich can be she can be a really old Kraken.
That's really good. Okay.
Okay.
So she's a Kraken, and she's like really ready to die.
Yeah. This episode is sponsored by Kraken rum.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Exactly.
Kraken, give us money. I like this. Okay, yeah, so it's a Kraken. What is the ancient or forbidden food related specialty that the Lich has mastered? Like what's like what do they like to cook, or what's their like specialty?
It has to be like brewing rum. Do you brew rum? Do you distill rum?
Probably distill.
You distill rum. Rum is a process made, I think, I believe it has a lot to do with sugar, because rum is a high
Yeah.
sugar content alcohol.
It's
You know
from
what?
sugar
I have my
cane.
computer.
Yeah.
How is rum made? Rum is made by sugar cane or molasses juice. It is fermented, then
Perfect.
So
distilled.
it needs to be something with those things.
What if she's like a sugar like crafting master, right?
Yeah.
Like beautiful sugar art.
Yeah, like anything
Yeah, sugar work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Perfect, because I
Mary
imagined
Berry,
her.
she'd be like, yeah, the sugar work is just quite stupendous.
And it's
just
a
like
Kraken, so it has all the arms to like really make it
Yeah.
intricate.
Yeah.
And I was imagining her like living in a cave, like on the side of the like in the ocean, and that's
Okay.
where we've traveled to. So it's
Okay.
like made out of sugar.
And since she's a Kraken, she like destroys a bunch of ships, but then as trophies, she'll make replicas of them out of sugar worms.
Oh, I love
So
it.
that when her Kraken friends come to visit, she's like, this is how big, like, this is what the ship looked like.
Aww. And then you can eat
funny.
it afterwards.
Yeah, and then they
Exactly.
all are like, with their tentacles.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. Okay.
We made her personal life too. That's a bonus.
I
Well,
love this.
there is like optional stage dressing, which I was gonna have us do, but it was like, where does it take place? There's also the Lich is
Can it
supposed
take
to
place on one of the sugar ships?
on a
Yes.
sugar
Like
ship.
we're on the ship and it's made out of sugar.
I
Yes.
like
It's
like a
and the floors are sticky.
yeah. Okay. So we're on a
Okay.
sugar ship. The other thing is we'll have to present the bakes at an altar every single time. So what does the Lich's altar look like?
Should it be like the bow of the ship? There's like a sugar altar.
Yeah.
And then
could
she
be
like
that.
rises up out of the sea to come like inspect her ship.
Oh yeah, so
But
she's
it
not
has
on
like
the
a
ship.
little but it has a little like grandma touch and has a little like
Yeah.
a nice kind of floral doily tablecloth
Yeah.
on it.
Yes.
And
Yes,
she's like,
I
every-
love
oh, I
that.
just thought it looked nice. That sort of
Every
thing.
time she comes out of the sea, she brings a doily with her and lays it on the altar, and that's how you know it's ready for our bakes.
Yes. And here's the thing, like, yeah, she's a Kraken, but she's just so goddamn endearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's so nice.
We're gonna be sad that we have to kill her.
She's
Well,
going
no,
on to
she
the
doesn't
next.
want. Yeah, she,
next
she's
flight.
not. We're not killing her. This is like assisted euthanasia.
Yeah,
you
we're
know?
helping her move on to her next.
Okay.
She's a Lich Kraken. Like there will be something on the other side.
yeah.
Should we give her
Of
a
this
name?
mortal plane. Oh yeah.
Just Bury Mary. Bury.
Oh,
Bury
yeah,
Bury
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary.
Mary. The other set dressing is the competition being filmed or broadcast to the rest of the world, or is it held in private? Personally, I love if things are filmed and broadcast because then I
Yes.
can spike the camera and say
Can the
crazy shit.
BBC just be here? Can
Yeah.
the BBC just be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this season, the Great British Bake Off was like canceled, but this is the replacement.
The British Bard Corporation.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. Okay, yeah.
Very
Has
good.
the
very, very
Lich
good.
enlisted or coerced anyone to serve as the television-style host to the competition? What do
We
they
have
like?
to. We do
Yes.
have to.
Oh,
And
okay.
who is it?
I was gonna say it's like a sailor that she's like attached to one of her tentacles and she's like puppeting him. I
And
don't
the
know,
other
maybe-
one is just Sue Perkins. The other one is just normal Sue Perkins.
Marcus is just walking around.
I don't know if that's a little too like graphic. But what were you gonna say?
That's
And
exactly.
I was gonna say that exact same thing. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Is he
we have
dead
a
and she's
dead
puppeting
puppeted
him?
sailor and
Yeah,
Sue
she's
Perkins.
like puppeting one of the hosts.
And is Sue scared? Or is she
No,
like,
no,
this is...
Sue's
No.
Sue's
Oh.
making bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue's enjoy. Yeah,
Sue's like, this
Sue's
is
making
great.
bank.
Sue is gonna
Yeah.
get a cut of the loot at the end.
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
exactly.
From the British
Sue Perkins has a
bard.
secret second
Corporation.
life where she's an adventurer,
Yeah.
an epic bard of many proportions.
Is the phylactery visible during the competition? We already know what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
Where do we think it should be?
Up in the crow's nest.
Oh yeah.
I think up in the crow's nest.
On
but,
the little platter.
yeah.
okay, I was also thinking like, should it be like tied to the side because it's like life raft looking, right? It's like round. Should it look like a life raft hanging off the side of a ship?
I just feel like somebody could easily like grab it and stab it.
But that's not how you kill it. You got to suck the rum out of it.
Oh, that's true. That
Yeah.
wouldn't do anything. Okay, yeah.
What if it's being like guarded by like a Paul Hollywood and you have to like get the handshake. You have to receive the honor
Yeah.
of the handshake. To
Oh,
get
that's good.
That's
and his,
good.
you know how
To
like
get
Paul
the
Hollywood
rum
has
cake.
like he has like glowing blue eyes. This guy's eyes are like literally literally like pew, like neon blue beams.
That's good. That's
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Archdemon Paul Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like, you know, I don't know, like when you play video games and like it's like something has like glowing eyes, it's like scanning certain sections. He like scans the sections
To
with his
guard it?
light. Yeah.
Okay, so it's hanging
and,
off
and
the
this
side.
is just
like a
and this
life
is to
raft.
make sure that like no one prematurely gets the rum
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah, so we also have to kill Paul Hollywood.
Oh my god.
No, or get the
wait,
handshake.
No, you just get a firm handshake. You have to
Yeah.
give him a firm
Oh,
handshake.
that's true.
Yeah.
And it's because his strength is so great. She will grant you the strength of a
Yeah.
firm
Yeah.
That's
handshake.
okay. Yeah,
If you're not worthy, he crushes your hand.
Oh.
Exactly.
that's horrifying.
That's kind of high stakes.
Okay,
Especially
so
for me, I knit a lot.
for a second I thought you as Lily was
No,
saying
no, my
that, and I was
character.
like, no, you don't.
You don't know her yet. Can you imagine if I just lied?
If you're like, I knit a lot, I was like, no, you don't.
I thought it was such a bold character choice to just be yourself. That is such a bold character choice, and I
Berry
love
Mary,
it.
our Lich. She is a kraken who specializes in sugar work. Her phylactery is rum flavored. It's a. Well, I'm guessing it's a huge rum cake. I don't know. A huge rum
And
cake.
she made it. She made it.
She did make it.
It's Kraken size.
She made the rum. She made the cake. She makes it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, her specialty. We got that. We are on one of her spun sugar ships, doing this baking competition, and her altar is at the what part of the ship?
The bow.
Bow.
The bow. And she puts a little doily over it.
The front.
Okay, this does require, it wants you to have, hang on, I'm a little skeptical. It says you need 7 people playing and
No,
you
we
have to
don't.
make NPCs.
No, we don't.
But I think it's because you have to have 5 rounds, so like you need people to eliminate with the final 2.
Yeah.
Then let's just not.
Let's have 3 NPCs, and if we need to do a double/triple
okay.
elimination,
Yeah.
We'll do it.
we can
Yeah,
do whatever
we'll
we
do it.
want.
Deal.
Yeah.
Because it's important to
Are
know
we-
everybody. These are made up. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Everything you say is true.
It's so that
Yeah.
we have like top 3
Yeah,
in the last round.
Exactly.
and
With
shocker, it's hopefully us.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 of us.
Oh god. And then the question is, are we making all of the NPCs together, or are we each gonna like have our own little guy?
Oh, we can each have our own little guy.
I think that's a good idea. Then
Yeah.
then it's like good society. What is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good society.
I love
Society.
good
You play
society.
like multiple characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what colors are Kraken? This is just, I'm visualizing, and it's really important for me to know this.
Purple.
What if she's
Purple.
like a hot pink?
What if she's
Yeah.
hot pink and purple? Why not both?
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Yeah, because
Barbie
Mary Berry
pink.
loves wearing like bold colors, and I just
Yeah.
like the idea.
Oh,
that
she
this
has a chunky
Kraken-
necklace.
Yes, and she has a little chunky
The
stick.
chunky necklace.
Yeah, it's chunky necklace. But it's like, what are the chunks?
They're pieces of ship.
It
Yeah,
should-
the piece of the ship. Yeah,
I was
ship
gonna go a
pieces.
lot like darker. I was gonna be like, it's gonna be the sailors that
No,
she's
you
like
know what they
smushed
are?
into gemstones.
You know how the ships have like a what are those things called? Like the like crest things? Like
Yeah.
it's like a mermaid
Yeah.
or it's like
Yeah.
a whatever. It's
Oh,
their
yeah,
heads.
yeah.
The maidenhead.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
maiden
yeah.
head.
Maiden
Yeah.
head.
She takes
And-
their heads and then she made a chunky necklace
Yeah,
out of them.
that slays.
And she's so proud of it. She's so proud of it too.
Yeah.
And it's honestly nice.
It's pretty.
Like the craftsmanship is good.
I want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Sorry.
next?
In the campaign sheet, it says eyes, hair, and clothes, and I've just written Kraken 3 times.
Oh. I love her.
Kraken.
I love her.
Next, we need our little NPCs. So they need a name, an inadequacy, and just kind of like a general look.
Okay.
Okay.
We can come up with them together, and then if you feel inclined, towards
Assign
one.
them.
Yeah.
I do think maybe one should be like a traditional like adventurer type.
Steve the Mage,
Yeah.
from She Kills Monsters. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
Okay. So we have Steve.
Yeah, he's a human champion fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve.
Nothing wrong with champion fighters, by the way. Nothing wrong
Human
with them.
human fighter Steve.
Yeah.
Human
fighter Steve.
What about human Steve the fighter? Because that's just how I've written it.
Yeah, that
Oh,
works.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Oh
Steve
my
from Blue's Clues
god.
is a bard. Steve from Blue's Clues is a
Yeah,
bard.
he is a bard.
Yeah, or a cleric. He's one of the two.
Okay, what if we just call him Human Steve? Because since this isn't D&D, he can be fluid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He can be a
fluid, yeah.
bard
Oh, yeah.
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does he have a familiar named Blue?
Yes, he has a
Yeah, yeah,
familiar
yeah,
named Blue and goes pow, 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 pow.
Beautiful. Okay, they have to all have an inadequacy.
He
There's
Steve
a lot.
isn't inadequate. What are you talking about?
he can't actually do magic that well. Because I
Yeah,
feel like that's like
he's-
really important to all of our characters. Like
Yeah.
maybe he isn't like he just came because he thought he could do it.
I think it needs to be
Oh,
more
I-
bake
I
related.
might-
Oh,
is not-
bake related.
Because we're not
Baker.
necessarily like magic is like helps us, it gives us advantage, but like in the end
wait.
we are bakers.
Idea, concept. So you know how there's like a bread episode in
Yes.
yeah, I think bread is just Steve's weakness. Like he's very good at making cakes and donuts, and he's very good at like sweet bakes, but when it comes to things like breads, that's just where he drops the ball.
He's underproving it. He's overproving
What if
it.
he just has like a literal like bread phobia? Like he's just like horrified.
really scared
Oh
of
my
bread?
god.
Yeah, or he just
Okay.
like it needs to be perfect, and he keeps overdoing it every single time.
Yeah.
Bread
Okay.
is just his weakness.
Okay.
Bad at bread is what my shorthand's gonna say. But we know what he looks like.
Yeah, he's
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Okay, we need 2 more.
We need one guy who like thought this was chopped.
And
Good.
he has like a food truck that's gonna get shut down if he doesn't win.
Oh yeah.
And he's
Okay.
just super aggro about everything.
My first just like food truck Frank. Like let's just get real literal.
Yeah.
Food truck Frank.
He's from the
He has
great
a hot
food
dog truck.
race.
Yes.
He's bad at anything that isn't hot dogs.
Yeah.
Truck Frank.
His truck is called Frank's Truck.
Yeah.
And here's
Frank's
the thing,
Franks.
his hot dogs are
Frank's
amazing. His hot dogs
Yeah.
are stellar.
Yeah.
They're
but
killer.
God, he's in the wrong competition.
Yeah, he has to figure out how to put hot dogs in every bake.
Oh god. Ew.
Yeah.
What does he look like? I should just put food truck owner and whatever that is in your head.
Yeah, whatever image that conjures for you.
Food truck owner.
Food truck guy.
Now I'm kind of worried about his. I don't want his food truck to fail.
Hey.
Hey.
It's going
here's
to.
this. You know what? Maybe his food truck isn't failing. He's like, I want to win the money so I can like expand. Maybe it's
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Third NPC.
And he's mean to his food truck employees.
Oh.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
Frank's
he's on a
biggest
power
flaw.
trip.
Rise up.
Abuses his power.
What?
Okay.
Wait. I know I'm pitching all the NPCs, but
You're
this
fine.
is
you're
just
good.
such a fun world. I do think it would be objectively very funny if the last NPC was like a real person.
Okay.
Oh, like from pop culture.
Yeah, from pop culture. That is just me. My pitch could be like someone like a Matthew Mercer or a Brennan Lee Mulligan.
I was about to say, what if Brennan Lee Mulligan?
I was also gonna say Brendan Lee Mulligan,
because
but
he's
like,
a real person that loves Bake Off.
Oh.
but then we have to play him.
We can
I'll
do
play
it.
him. I can
We
do
can-
that. I'll
yeah.
play him.
Yeah.
I have enough hubris too.
I think you guys
like
would be
that.
really good at that.
Yeah, I have enough hubris to play
Put him
Brennan
in.
Lee Mulligan.
Okay, we have Brennan Lee Mulligan entering the competition.
Yes, Brennan Lee
Dude, I'm gonna feel
Mulligan.
bad eliminating him. He's so
It's
competitive.
okay. He
I
has
can't do
enough
it.
gumption. He has enough
He'll
gumption to
he'll
get
be
through
fine.
it.
And also, if he was really on a baking show, he would do great. He doesn't lose. So
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
we-
true.
Yeah.
we're making an
Yeah.
alternate reality here.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
an alternate
yeah.
reality where
What's his
Brendan would
inadequacy?
lose at something.
I feel
He doesn't
like
have
if-
one. Shoot.
No, here's my pitch. that's
I'm
the
loving
trademark
it.
of this episode. This is my pitch. I don't know. I like the idea. He could just be non-magical and is like just
Oh,
the
yeah.
real Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah.
Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Put on the ship, cannot do magic.
Yeah.
Is like get me out of here sort of scenario.
So no magic whatsoever.
He's trying to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the whole. Well, he's distracted because he's trying to like engineer a portal to get.
Oh.
back into
yeah,
our
he's like, I
reality.
gotta get out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah, he's like, we film tomorrow the new season, and I have to
Yeah.
be there.
I have to go do
Yeah. Like, I don't know how I got here. I'm being held against my will. I can't leave.
Perfect.
The BBC is trapping
We
me
have
here.
kidnapped Brendan Lee Mulligan.
We didn't.
The
No, we
BBC
didn't.
did.
We as the
The
creators.
BBC did. The British Bar.
Okay, yeah. The BBC
Association.
kidnapped Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Great.
They
was
want
like,
his
we need-
talent.
Yeah. This wouldn't be the first time I have a game or I'm in a game where the producers of a mega television conglomerate are the bad guys.
Oh no, so inaccurate.
Oh wow, I can't believe it.
Okay, well, if you want to know what Brennan Lee Mulligan looks like, look it up.
He is 5'9".
Is he
I don't
actually?
know.
Oh shit, I thought that was
know,
true. I was like,
I don't know. This is just me riffing. This is just me riffing.
Okay, well, in our reality, Brennan Lee Mulligan is 5'9".
Yeah.
Oh, but specifically, he has to be dressed in what he wore for
No, he's wearing the shirt.
for Dungeons and Drag Queens.
Wearing his little old Navy shirt.
Yeah.
No, he's dressed like
Y'all
he's
know what
in.
I mean when I say the shirt?
I know what you mean.
Okay.
No, he's dressed like in Dungeons and Drag Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that's
Yeah.
specifically for my own
Wait,
personal
no,
mental
we can
image.
say canonically this happened on the last episode
Yeah,
of Dungeons
I
and
was-
Drag
yeah.
Queens.
Okay,
He
that's
got, like,
A
good.
portal opened in the floor. He fell through, landed on the sugar ship.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Great. I think so. That's almost
He's
everything.
like, I have to get back to the queens.
The queens are missing me.
Yeah.
Great. I think we almost have everything determined, and the only thing next is we have 5 rounds. So
Okay.
we need to agree on like what theme each round is. Like you said, like obviously I think we need a bread round if
Oh, yeah.
Steve is bad at bread.
We can have
Biscuit,
that be our second
cookies.
round.
Second round is bread.
Yeah.
I feel like the last one, I feel like the cake round is always so fun from decorating, so I feel like that should be our last round.
Yeah, and it has to incorporate like sugar
Yeah.
work.
First one should be like dessert from home or something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, to like
yeah.
get, so
When
we
they-
can get to know all the
Like your
characters.
signature. Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
your signature, yeah.
Okay.
Something you bring from home.
We have 2 more rounds to decide.
It could be like we could have one round be like a savory bakes round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how about round 3 is savory bakes?
And then we should have
Yeah.
like a patisserie.
Oh
Patisserie?
yeah, sorry, patisserie.
Okay, that.
Slay.
Great. I think
Patisserie.
that's all that we need to decide ahead of time. So we've built
Okay.
our world. We know what we're doing. And now I say let's do it. I say let's
Yeah.
let's go
just
for
go.
it. We'll
I'm
go
ready
on
to
the
rock
fly.
and roll. Here's the thing: if we're gonna fail, we're gonna fail upwards.
Camera pans over across the deck of the ship and then pans down to a hunched old grandmother. She looks like she's some sort of goblin. She's got pointed ears. She's got green skin. She looks maybe about 200 years old.
Oh.
She's hunched over, and everything she's wearing looks like she knitted it herself. And as the camera closes in, she says, "Hi everyone, I'm Marjorie. You can all call me Gran though. This is Pep. He's my magical pepper moth. He helps me season bakes to perfection. Usually I love traditional recipes, but now that I'm baking for the Lich, I'm ready to take some risks. Of course, my signature ingredient is black pepper. Back in my glory days, I wove protection magic for my adventuring party, but now I use my powers to braid my famous 64-strand plaited loaf and to keep the damn kids off my lawn. The artifact I seek is an ancient and powerful cooking spray known to loosen any lock without a key and any cake from a pan. I need it for these old joints if I want to knit blankets for all my grandbabies by Christmas."
Oh.
And she flexes her gnarled little claws at the camera. They're covered in fingerless gloves that, of course, she has knitted. They're all different colors, and they sort of glow with the abjuration magic that she can weave. And she hobbles on over to where the contestants stand.
I think as you enter, I feel like Barry Mary rises out of the ocean water and places a little apron on you as you like walk over and enter.
Oh, thank you, Mary. This is so nice. Let me just tie it in the back. Pep the moth, who is a big, probably about like a foot long wingspan. This big pepper moth flaps around and helps me tie it in the back because I'm not as spry as I used to be. And then Pep lands on my shoulder, so I've got my little moth
Heck yeah.
familiar.
You hear whirring from above in the sky, and you see coming down on a personal helicopter that like puts a plank on, like lowers to the ship and puts a plank down. You see Rendell Coy in a full business suit. He steps. He's on a speaking stone. Talking about something, sunglasses on, business suit. This suit is worth it has to be at least $15,000 just for the hell of it. He walks off the plank, and the minute he steps on the sugar ship, he's like, what the hell? Why is it so sticky? And then he looks up and sees the cameras of BBC, obviously, pointed at him, and he's like, okay, I'll call you back. And hangs up his speaking stone and is like, what's up, everyone? I'm here for the bake-off. And so while Rendell Coy has never baked before, he has sat in the kitchen plenty of times when the family's personal chef has made them cookies. And that's why you think he's qualified to be here. And thank goodness that personal chef is on speed dial on his speaking stone.
Does he have a hat that says, I am the eldest boy?
Yeah. I am the eldest born. He specializes in divination magic and can't think of a better signature ingredient than gold flakes.
Oh, God.
And one of the biggest things of why he's here is the Lich is one of his father's biggest business rivals. So he's hoping that he can impress his father by,
Ooh, take her down.
taking the Lich down in Bake Off. And his dad might even make him the CEO if he does a good job. But he knows that if slaying the Lich is not enough for his dad, getting his hands on the artifact of the deal closing deli meat definitely will. He's gonna just like give a little wave and walk to where Granny, right? Is that?
Oh, you could call me Gran.
Oh, okay, Gran. Cool. And as the Kraken tries to put an apron on, he's like, "Oh, no, thank you. I have my own," and puts on like a Gucci. I don't even know if that's expensive enough for him. A Gucci apron and ties it around.
Hell yeah.
No, there are very expensive Japanese aprons.
Yeah.
That's what he puts on.
Very, very expensive. Like, do you see them on Bon Appetit in the test kitchen?
Ooh, yeah. And he also like unfurls like brand new, never touched like thing of knives.
Yeah.
Because you just need a lot of knives for baking, huh?
Obviously.
And like starts setting up his station with like all these expensive things that like a baker could never need.
That's awesome.
I'll jump in next.
Yeah.
You know how like at the beginning of every GBBO episode, there's like the tranquil like ba da ba 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 as they're all walking.
Yeah.
So you just kind of hear that music kick in, and this like very like round elderly man in like his late 70s kind of starts walking on. He is dressed like head to toe in tweed. He's walking on, and he steps onto the ship, and then there's like a little confessional cut, because like in the first episode you can see like their lives at home, and he's sitting next to like an 8-foot tall like jacked tiefling woman who's also about like his age. And he sits down and he goes, "Oh, hello, I'm Hamish. I come from Edinburgh, Scotland, and this is my lovely wife. And we're both retired now, but I thought it'd be real fun to do something for her. I heard that we could win possibly a really nice stone, and she thought it would be a nice little thing to put on the table. So yeah, that's why I'm here. My favourite ingredient, we went to India once and I got introduced to cardamom, and it was just absolutely bloody lovely. And I'm really excited to just be here and enjoy everything, and hopefully we can make new friends, isn't that right?" And then his wife is like, "Oh, I love you so much."
So the Lich hands you the apron that Rendell Coy refused.
Yeah. And he looks and he goes, "Oh, thank you so much, and you are looking just absolutely marvelous today," he says as he puts it on and goes back.
Hot pink, like, blushes.
Yeah. And he looks and he goes, "I just want to know where you got that necklace, because my wife would absolutely love something like that."
Rizzing the Kraken.
Yeah, rizzing at the Kraken.
He's not even rizzing, he's just being a kind old man.
The Lich's like booming voice is like,
"Thank you, I made it."
He goes, "Really? You have a knack for that kind of stuff, don't you?"
Oh, stop it.
Okay. So the peaceful music of like the classic Bake Off kind of fades into a bit of a more rock version as you see this human man step onto the ship. He's not that tall. He's blonde he has spiky blonde hair and a goatee. He has pit viper sunglasses on and a Hawaiian shirt with flames on it. He steps onto the ship, and it is Gulvinus Fieri, the famous adventurer, known across the realm for his famous traveling culinary performance, taverns, tap rooms, and traps. He is a bard-like pyromancy mage, bringing attention to little-known restaurants and small villages by performing his culinary magic in their establishments. He loves to spice up any dish he can, so his signature ingredient is chili flakes. And he says, I seek the grill of acceleration, which would make it possible to feed hundreds of people an hour and draw in huge crowds with its ability to magically cook meats to delicious perfection in seconds. And he steps onto the boat.
I think the Kraken hands you a little apron, but there's flames in it, like they knew you were coming.
yeah.
Oh, it's perfect! It matches my shirt. Thank you so much.
Rendell Coy holds up his speaking tune. He's like, dude, no way. Gilvernus, is that it?
Yeah, it's me, Gilvinus Fieri.
Oh, Gilvernus, that's so cool, my man. And
You want to get a selfie?
Oh
He, like,
no,
leans
I
in.
don't. You don't need to be in the photo with me.
Oh,
I'm
he
just gonna-
poses.
Got it. So cool. Thanks, man.
Nice to meet you.
I say to Hamish, oh, these kids with their newfangled technology, all these speaking stones.
He goes, well, my wife got me the new iPhone, and it's just been a pain in the arse to figure out.
I can barely even open the lock
I
screen.
didn't know what I'm doing. He shows, and it's like his 5 grandkids, these little tieflings, and he goes, and this one is Zinnia, and this one is Zariel, and this one is Zoru. Aren't they just the cutest little things you've ever done seen?
Yes,
Oh,
they
look at
are.
them. I show you my screensaver. It's my 12 grandkids. And I go through it. I'm like,
He's like, I love them so much.
I also, oh my god, you had names for them. Okay, I introduced you to them. I
Those
didn't
are just all characters from
I didn't
Baldur's
make
Gate
names
3.
for mine.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Baldur's Gate 3.
and one of them, the oldest one, he just taught me, if you swipe this way off the lock screen, look at that, straight to the camera.
Oh, that's a good tip. I'll remember that for later. Oh, I also forgot to say Hamish's magic is herbology because he just loves gardening.
Oh,
Perfect. I think we also see next person up is walking onto the ship is gonna be food truck Frank. I think he comes in and he just whips out he's just holding two raw fucking dogs, two raw hot dogs, and he pretends to be drumming, and then he's like, "Just kidding, it's me, food truck Frank, and I'm here to shit. I thought a good catchphrase would come to me."
And I'm here to
And,
raw dog the
and
competition.
frankly,
Walks to his station.
Gulvinus Fieri recognizes him because Food Truck Frank, he's had him on taverns, tap rooms, and traps before, and he's like, Food Truck Frank! Oh my
That's
god,
my
it's so good to see you!
Oh, that's adorable.
He anoints you with a hot dog.
Oh yeah, thank you. Your dogs are the best.
You want one? I brought some extra.
I'm good for now. I'm saving room.
Okay.
a portal opens up and you hear a really distant, hello, what in the hell? Oh my, where am I? What just happened? And Brennan Lee Mulligan in his Dungeons and Drag Queens attire, in his drag
falls.
attire, smacks onto the deck of the ship. He like peels his face up from like the sticky like sugar floorboards of the like planks of the ship, and he's like, "Where am I? What just happened?" And you see him start to run around the ship and try to figure out how to get back
Hamish
through
is
the
just
portal.
shaking everyone's hand. That comes onto the ship. He's shaking everyone's hand.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Kraken is trying to like drop the apron on Brennan Lee Mulligan, but can't quite catch him.
He's scuttling around.
Exactly.
She finally like wraps a tentacle around him and puts him in the line of contestants with
Yeah.
his apron forcefully tied onto
Like,
him.
yeah, yeah.
And she just like holds him there.
I feel like he's just like looking side to side, trying frantically to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's assessing his surroundings.
With that,
Oh
you
my
hear
God.
a little and the last contestant comes onto the ship. You have this man just dressed in like green striped armor, and next to him is a little like blue, like not like beholder, but like it's a strange wolf-looking creature, and he's singing a song, and it comes on, and the blue creature goes, "Bow, bow, bow."
We just got a
Yeah,
letter.
we just got a letter. We just got a letter to be on the Great Mary Berry Lich's speaking show. And then we hear, "Bow, bow, 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 bow."
And the Lich hands one man-sized apron and one familiar-sized apron to Blue.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
And and the contestants are all lined
Yeah.
up.
Oh, we have hosts too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, we made so many
Yeah,
characters.
we have.
Okay.
I got it. Sue Perkins is standing in the corner. Welcome to this episode of Mary Berry's Great Lich Baking Show. I'm your host, Sue Perkins, and next to me is. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
A tentacle smashes out of the water, waves up around it, and dangling in like a precarious and unsettling manner is the body of a sailor slain by the Kraken, wrapped up in one of the tentacles. And she puppets it, and she does a voice for him.
What's her
Okay.
voice?
Oi! I'm a jolly little pirate that's totally alive right now and not dead.
And I'm here to judge the competition.
Harshly and with vigor.
And Sue Perkins goes
Just
like,
flopping back and
yeah.
forth.
Sue Perkins like, and I've had worse hosts, so I've had worse co-hosts than this. This would be a walk in the park or a trek on the ship.
The sailor puppet like jiggles violently as if it's laughing.
Oh my god.
Today, the contestants will not only be competing for their various artifacts, they will be striving to destroy the Lich's phylactery. The camera pans down to a beautiful rum-soaked cake, making his rounds, like guarding it. Is
Archdemon Paul Hollywood.
Archdemon Paul Hollywood. His eyes beam and scan the area around. Beep, 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 beep. Bzzz. They shine straight into the camera, and the footage goes like
Goes on
goes
Magnus
dark.
crazy.
And then, yeah, from a different angle, we like see the rum cake again.
I think the Kraken looks around at everybody and I think is only gonna say one word. That's not one word. Make your signature dessert from home.
It's a lot of.
Bake.
I
Okay.
guess we're off.
Yeah, and then Rendell's gonna start calling somebody on a speaking stone. We do have to roll for what the Lich is going to be judging us on this
Okay.
round.
Okay.
Everybody decide what your stats are.
Yeah.
You get a +1 and a -1, and one will be 0.
I think
I have mine. Should I say them or?
I think magic's gonna be my -1. Presentation's my 0. My flavor's +1.
I have the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Presentation's my +1, flavor's my 0, and magic is my -1.
I think magic's my +1, flavor's my -1, and presentation's 0.
Okay.
Cool.
Madeleine, roll
Okay.
again.
A 4.
A 4. That is going to be. Ooh, flavor is what the Lich will be judging this round based
Yes!
Oh,
on.
good. Thank God.
+1.
Thank fucking God.
Yippee!
So now we get a few minutes to come up with our bakes. I feel like to make it a little
I've got
spicy.
mine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Yeah.
just like go, or if you really
Yeah.
need, like, I feel like 1 minute tops to plan.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
And then we also decide what the NPCs
Well,
make.
what's Mr. Hot Dog Man making?
Yeah. He
He makes It's like a deconstructed Rice Krispie treat with hot dogs. So it's just a thing of cornflakes and a thing of hot dogs and then like marshmallow fluff.
Perfect.
But he tries to
Perfect.
arrange it so that it looks like pretentiously deconstructed.
Okay, that sounds appalling to me.
Perfect. And then I think he has to approach the
Yeah, the
altar.
altar.
Okay.
The Kraken, takes her little doily and lays it out.
I think Brennan Lee Mulligan.
He found a box cake mix.
Yeah, I think he's made like a sheet cake and just done a simple frosting with
Yeah.
words
That
on
say,
it
"Help
that says
That help me so that the viewers can,
and I think he just like
that he's not from this world.
and just stone face like holds it up to the camera to see.
Oh my god.
Help me get in the comments and
Help
parentheses.
yeah, get in the comments.
Get in the comments. Where am I? Okay, and then,
Please open the portal back up.
then we have Steve.
What does Steve in Blue's Clues eat? That's my what would he make? Oh my god,
I feel like it would just
Like a PBJ.
he makes a
Yeah.
peanut butter. That's so cute.
but it's
though.
animated.
And,
Yeah, it's like made out of cardboard.
yeah, and it has
Yeah.
like eyes and a mouth, and it's a person. Steve brings life.
Oh yeah, it's sentient.
oh my
It's
god.
like, don't eat me, I don't want to die.
oh my god.
And Steve's like, whoa, hey friend, don't worry. No one's gonna be eaten by anyone. Don't worry about it.
As Marjorie, or Gran, as you know her, is kneading the dough for what she's making, she says, "Okay, Pep, I'm ready." And Pep the moth flies over, flaps his wings, and sprinkles a perfect amount of cracked black pepper into the dough. She rolls it up and weaves it into these beautiful woven buns. They're cardamom and black pepper sweet buns. And she is ready. She's holding them ready to bring them up.
So Guy Fieri has created one of those giant absurd milkshakes that from the yard.
my
Yeah.
god.
So it's a chocolate and chili milkshake. So it's like a chocolate milkshake inside of a jar, and then on top it has like an entire piece of chocolate cheesecake. It has like an entire chocolate bar, and it's really elaborately decorated with like whipped cream and chocolate frosting on the side and sprinkles. And then he sprinkles chili. It has chili like mixed into it as well. And then when he brings it to the table, he lights it on fire because I.
Oh, like it has rum.
Yeah, I
perfect.
have pyromancy magic, and so he's like, so he's like lit the rum on top of the cheesecake on the milkshake, and then sprinkles cinnamon on it so that it like sparkles and
Yeah.
sparks. Yeah.
It's so good.
Hamish Broman. It's whenever Hamish is featured, it's cut and edited like a real episode of Bake Off. Like, if you put these like images side by side with like something that's not on a sugar ship, you'd be like, this is a weird episode of Bake Off because it's like edited and shot in the same way. And he's like mixing up some ingredients in a bowl, and he goes, "So when I met my lovely wife Suzanne, I don't know about 45 years ago. And we weren't dating back then, but I wanted to impress her because she was just one of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen. And she rescued me from a fire-breathing dragon. I wanted to show my appreciation. So what I'm making is a traditional Scottish clootie dumpling. And for the viewers at home, a clootie is a boiled cake with orange and dried fruit and cinnamon. So he's grating the orange zest in and he folds it and he goes, and really, a clootie's a bit of an acquired taste, and over the years I've enjoyed it a bit more, but my mum says I don't make them like anyone else, that they're a bit special. I should have said Danae there. Oh well. Fight me, Scotland. Yeah. And he's like, the weird part's the boiling, but once you get over it, and he goes, oh no, I forgot to make the custard. And he puts it down and he starts to make the custard.
No.
And then when he finishes it, he brings it up and it looks like very average, but he's very proud of it. He just wipes his hand on his apron.
So cute.
Okay. Now that we've all described our bakes, we're going to go present them at the Lich's altar for judgment.
Wait, did you describe yours?
No, I just described it in my head and imagined I've done it out loud. So now I'm going to describe it.
I want to know what Rendell Coy makes.
What Rendell Coy?
So Rendell Coy produces one fortune cookie that he's baked and folded, and it is like covered.
Did he actually bake it? Oh,
Okay.
okay, I won't ask too many questions.
He did during the bake make a phone call and then spent a long time like looking out to sea over the ship. And if you were perceptive, you might have noticed that he like reached down and pulled out like a plastic bag as if somebody had maybe scuba dove in and handed him something.
Oh my god.
He takes it out of the plastic sneakily and puts it on the plate. You can tell there is a piece of paper in it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll save it for the presentation.
Yeah,
For
save it.
presentation.
But yeah, it's a golden fortune cookie that looks perfectly baked. Looks like you really want to eat it.
Okay.
But his oven is not on.
Oh.
I do think Hamish comes to him and says, I didn't want to be a bother, but it looks like your oven isn't on.
Thanks, my man, Hamish. Yeah, I don't need an oven.
Oh,
Not
is
for
it-
this one. It's just a fortune cookie, you know?
he's like, oh, what kind of a no-bake tart are you making? It's like, oh, a fortune cookie.
Yeah, no bake fortune cookies. It's my specialty in my
Oh.
family.
What is your family?
You've never heard of the Kois?
I mean, I've heard of the fish, but I haven't heard of the Koi family.
No, Koy.
No, I've
Koi.
never heard of it. But I do live in the middle of fucking nowhere, so.
Yeah, we own like the biggest. Like the people who are making this show right now. We own a Stray Star, the company that makes all these shows. You watch anything on your TV?
Oh, I quite love Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, we made that.
Did he actually make Murder?
We made that. No.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Don't worry, Rendell. If I had a gold piece for every time I forgot to preheat the oven.
I don't know why everybody keeps saying that.
You're rich,
I didn't. I
Gran.
don't know why everybody keeps saying. I didn't forget to preheat the oven. I didn't need the oven.
Of course you didn't, darling. Of course
Hamish
you
is
didn't.
calling over. I just want to say Guy Fieri, but I know that's not the name. It just goes, the Golden is this person over here that made a no big fortune cookie. Have you ever heard of that before?
I can't say that I have, but I'm excited to try it.
You guys like haven't been in kitchens where they do like no bake stuff?
I mean-
it is really the future. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
Man.
I can't wait to see what the Lich thinks.
The Lich is gonna
Randall.
love this. The Lich is gonna love this. You know why? Can I tell you guys a secret? I shouldn't be, but I got a call from a guy, and there is a very important business secret in the middle of this fortune cookie, and the Lich is gonna want to know.
Oh, well, are the rest of us gonna get to read it when the Lich opens it, or is it more of a private
I just
message?
wanna
No,
taste the
Gran,
cookie.
you.
Hamish says.
I'm sure. Maybe we can save you some. I could bake you another one, but not bake. I could
Oh, that would
bake
be
you another
nice.
one.
No bake. Okay.
Don't worry, I made enough braided rolls for everyone.
And,
so.
Hamish,
Oh,
those
thank
look
goodness.
absolutely fantastic.
Hamish, the Clooney with the custard, that's exotic. I've never tried anything like that. I can't wait. But we should present to the Lich first.
Yeah, I'll go first because I don't want to like blow everybody out of the water, but it might happen.
You might get blown into the water.
What's that supposed to?
Get on up
they
there,
get me out. I promise.
young whippersnapper.
Okay, he's gonna strut up. I think the Lich is gonna flick out the doily and set it on the altar. He's gonna walk up and just like almost like toss the plate on there. You're gonna want to crack that, and then like turns around
No
and like looks at
respect.
all of you guys. Let's see what I roll. So I used. It is gold, so I used my special ingredient, and I used my divination magic to get a business secret
A
from
business
a competitor. So I'm going to roll my 2d6 plus my flavor modifier, which is -1. And I get 7.
Oh. Is that good or bad?
7 to 9. You see, so I'm safe. The Kraken breaks the fortune cookie, looks at the secret, tosses it over her shoulder, takes a nibble of the fortune cookie, and is like, and sets the rest down on the plate. And she's disappointed.
Oh.
Why is she disappointed?
Because it doesn't taste right, and the business secret wasn't juicy enough.
Ooh, okay.
What was the business
What
secret?
was the secret? What did it say?
It gave all the investment numbers for the other business. I'm not a numbers guy. It seemed important.
Hamish goes, well, lad, they make business numbers public to everyone.
What?
Regardless of... You didn't know that. You can get board numbers and quarter numbers just by looking things up online.
Yeah.
He gets out a speaking stone and furiously is sending tweets. Oh, excuse me.
He's sending tweets.
X's.
He's sending ravens.
He's sending ravens out, being
My
like,
God.
"I've been wronged."
I do like the idea of, like, dark necromancer Kendall Rock.
Yeah.
Just like,
He just like awkwardly walks back to his spot, and then he's just gonna put his hands on his like counter and then just like stare off into the distance.
Oh my God.
okay, looks like I'm next. Gran carries her plate of rolls up to the altar and presents them to the Kraken. I wove these rolls with magic that will ward off the seaweed from clinging to your tentacles. I figured that was a really unsettling texture for you as you floated through the ocean. So pop one of these in your mouth, and hey, that seaweed will back right off. Oh, and it has my Pep's world famous black pepper, and then there's some cardamom in there too.
Did you use your magic?
Oh, which I think is Hamish's. Can I assist by like? Hey, that's your secret ingredient, Hamish, right?
It's cardamom, yeah.
Hamish was kind enough to lend me some of his cardamom, which is his signature ingredient. So I really am indebted to him. Can I assist Hamish by like talking up his ingredients?
Sure, yeah. Well, if I help you, you help me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Because,
since
yeah,
I
grew
used your
in my
your
backyard,
signature
so-
ingredient,
Yeah.
I want to assist Hamish. Okay. So first I roll to assist. Yeah. And then, so I got a 7 plus 1.
+1, so an 8. Great. So you do
you get a
aid.
+1.
Yeah. Hamish gets a +1
Okay.
Yay.
to the bake-off on top of other.
It's the best cardamom I've ever tasted. I can't wait for you to try his bake too. Okay, and then I roll my stuff. Ooh. I got an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
That means the Kraken is delighted in your bake.
Why, this is absolutely scrummy. The most delicious thing I've ever tasted. And she goes, I'm just going to help myself to another.
She picks up another one and eats
Yes!
Wow.
I think Paul Hollywood turns his bright blue beaming eyes on you and then makes a beeline. He's just going to stand next to you because I think we have to wait to see if anybody else beats you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
before we know. Okay.
But he's like,
Paul Hollywood's been very generous with his handshakes lately. I think
Oh,
he
it
can.
has.
okay.
It's totally lost
Yeah.
its power lately.
oh my god, okay, then
Yeah.
Paul sticks out his hand for a handshake.
Oh, hello. What a nice
Actually gonna
looking
shake
young
my
man.
hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a firm handshake. You need to meet my grandson and teach him how to properly shake a hand.
I think he's just gonna stare you, like beam his blue beams directly into your eyeballs, turn around and walk away back to the rum cake.
Nice.
Okay. Help yourself, Mary. I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, so we do get to check a box in our phylactery destruction tracker. And
Oh, what happens?
you tell me.
A little bit of rum flies out of the cake and into your mouth, and you take a shot of rum.
Yeah, and I go.
Yeah. Okay, Golvanus will go next. He approaches the altar and presents his beautiful milkshake. And while the Kraken is looking at it, he like does the cinnamon and the and he like lights it on fire and it sparks. And he's like, "Today I've brought you a chocolate chili milkshake topped with cheesecake, entire Hershey's chocolate bar, cinnamon, and fire."
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Fire on top of a milkshake.
Okay, so now I'm gonna roll my 2d6, and I didn't choose flavor as one of my modifiers, so that's 0.
0.
But I did use my signature ingredient and my School of Magic.
So
Pyromancy.
+2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get +2. Oh, no! Snake eyes.
That's
All right.
so sad.
God.
So I got a 4.
Galvanus might be going home.
I don't know. So I got a 4. Yeah.
I think. Very disappointing. I ate it, and it was just simply a warm soup of ice cream from all the fire. Therefore, you were up for elimination.
No.
And I think grabs you with one of the tentacles and like dangles you in the air in front of all the other contestants.
Wait, no. Hamish says, "Oh, that's not very nice, isn't it?
That could be
Just put him down.
That
He
could be
doesn't have
us
to be
next."
dangled. He doesn't have to be dangled up in the air."
Hamish, I really admire your kindness, but I'll put him down if he doesn't get eliminated. How about that?
Well, maybe. Are you going to? He's very concerned. Like, are you going to like dump him in the ocean? What?
What did you want me to do, Hamish?
Maybe we should just try all the other bakes first.
No, I don't know. I would like to be friends with everyone here. And I don't know, Galvanus just seemed like a real nice person to get a pint with, and I'd really like to do that in the future, even if he doesn't win.
You can. I promise.
Thank you, Hamish.
I guess then Hamish is like, well then, they talk the talk and I get a walk the walk. And he picks up his little, he has like a little cake stand definitely brought from home, and he has like his custard in a little gravy boat. And he walks up and he puts it on the altar, and then he cuts it with a knife and puts it on a little tiny plate and pours the custard on top. And he goes, I've prepared a traditional Scottish cloutie. I made it because it's one of my wife's favourite dishes. We eat it every holiday, and it was the first thing I ever made for her.
That is beautiful.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for Hamish.
And you get a +1 from Grand.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh god, Hamish did not do super great.
Oh no.
Hamish got a 5.
Okay.
Even with the +2?
Even with the +2, got a 5.
Dang.
It was a 3. It was a 3.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
Oh wait,
can
and
we?
the +1 from Grand.
Yeah, no, even with that, it was still a 5.
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, but basically, maybe Hamish was too generous with his cardamom and gave you all the very good pods.
And he got the bad.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was very generous with his cardamom. He's like, well, there's enough for everyone. And I didn't know why we have to hug it.
Poor Hamish.
Hamish, it didn't. I didn't really like it. I'm really sorry. But
That's okay. It's just not for everyone.
I thought maybe you could join Gilvernus up here and just like grab you.
Oh,
Uh,
He's like, can you be a bit more gentle? I have a pacemaker in my heart.
starts lifting you more gently. Unfortunately, Hamish, you are up for elimination.
What about the NPCs? They're supposed to do horribly.
Yeah, the NPCs.
Yeah, there can be multiple people up against for elimination.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is set like it's RuPaul's Drag Race, so like we're about to lip sync for our life. Yeah. Do the NPCs like roll?
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
they could,
Let's
but
have the NPCs roll. Let's add stakes to this.
okay. So I think Frank, food truck Frank, is gonna go up with what did he make? Oh, deconstructed.
Deconstructed
Rice Krispies.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna go up with his deconstructed Rice Krispies, and I think the Kraken's gonna like suction like a little hot dog, a little Rice Krispie, and a little marshmallow on like 3 different suctions of her tentacles, and like lick them together.
All right. Let's roll. Let's roll for flavor. Maybe they just do flat and they don't have modifiers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my god.
An 8.
No!
You all wanted steaks.
She loved it.
What?
This is creative. This is new age.
Yeah. Well, I've never quite had anything like this before.
And
This is just like Bane.
yeah, I know. I keep going.
Anything like this before.
I was born in the dark.
I was born in the darkness, and then I got some nice jewelry, and I entered the baking competition.
I live in the dark under the sea. Deconstructed. I'm absolutely blown away. So Food Drunk Frank is safe since we added some steaks.
What the hell?
We can, we can always
Yeah.
roll back.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll roll for Brennan Lee Mulligan. He presents his sheet cake
Oh,
with the
his
words,
sheet
help
cake.
me get in the comments.
Help me.
Help in the comments.
And he's like, yeah, I made a cake. Buck said funfetti. I'm not eating any because I'm on keto right now. But maybe like I don't know. Maybe it's up to you. Please don't kill me. Let's see. Brennan Lee Mulligan got a 7.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is also safe.
What?
The thing with the sheet cake is if you're going to make a classic, you really have to nail it. And you know what?
He's like, I did this so I could get sent home. I don't want to be here. I want to go. I have a lot on my plate right now. I just married my beautiful wife.
I can't wait to see what you come up with next round.
He's like, no, please.
You get shoved back to your baking thing. Who
Dude,
wants,
he's trying to go home to Izzy.
who wants to roll for Steve?
I'll roll for Steve.
And I'll
What did
provide
Steve?
blue
What did
noises.
Steve? Oh, he had a sentient peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Steve walks up to the podium and sets his sentient peanut butter and jelly on the altar, and the peanut butter and jelly is like, please, don't eat me, don't eat me. And the Lich, like, sucks up the peanut butter and jelly, and you just hear, like, the peanut butter and jelly has been
So graphic.
consumed. Let's see what the Lich thinks.
Let's see how it plays out.
It's a 5.
Oh.
Steve and Hamish are tied.
Scrumptious, but a bit too wiggly for my taste.
So she grabs Steve with one of her tentacles and hangs him up in the air too. And up for elimination.
Gran is our archbaker of the round.
Yes.
Congratulations, Gran. You made the best black pepper cardamom little rolls that I have ever tasted in my life. You are the archbaker for this round.
Oh, wow. I'm so...
Hamish is so happy.
I'm
He's
so
clapping.
honored. When I came here, I never thought that I would get Archbaker. Look at me. It cuts to a shot at Gran on the edge of the boat with the beautiful seascape behind her. She's kind of away from everyone, and she's on her sending stone, and she says, "Hello, grandkids, can you hear me? Guess what?
Oh my god.
I won Archbaker!" And from the sending stone, you hear, 23, however many grandkids I said, 12. You hear 12 voices like, and then it cuts back to Gran and Hamish. And, hey, Hamish, I couldn't have done it without you. It was those cardamom pods. You gave me all your best ones, didn't you?
He goes, well, I thought I had enough for the both of us, but that's all right. I'm just so happy that your victory is my victory.
Hamish, okay, if you want any black pepper next round, listen, I owe you one.
He goes, I'm thinking about making something a bit more exotic for the next round.
Ooh, okay. Well, Clooney's was already pretty exotic for me, so I can't wait to see what it is.
Thank you. I think it's gonna be think it's gonna be an apple tart.
Okay. So it says, decipher this for me. It says if more than one player is up for elimination this round and there are still NPCs in the competition, each potential eliminee should roll 2d6 plus magic.
No, we're not doing that. Let's say the NPC is out.
No, hang on. No, but it says all potential eliminees roll above a 7, or if they do, you get to choose an NPC to eliminate instead. So that tells me,
Here's
like...
the thing. I do think it's funny. This is just me thinking, like, what's most funny, that the characters we lovingly handmade are eliminated, and we have to pick up an NPC.
The NPC. Okay, so what do we do?
All 3 up for elimination.
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah,
Hamish
Steve,
and
Hamish,
Galvinus.
and
Gilvernus.
Yeah.
I'm calling him Galvinus. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I could be saying it wrong.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, I haven't been. You all roll. It's the lowest roll is eliminated from the competition.
Okay.
Jesus.
And we roll with magic modifier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a -1 for me.
Me too.
And then someone roll for Steve.
I'll roll for Steve.
Okay.
It's a 6.
I got a 10.
Damn.
uh-oh.
Got an 8.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh my god. Oh, the Kraken lifts Gulvinus up into the air and says,
Not good enough.
and flings him across the bay onto shore, and you just Gulvinus has been eliminated from the competition.
And now I think you get to pick one of the NPCs.
Steve is mine now.
Steve is yours
Yeah.
now? Great. I think the Kraken puts down Steve. No, actually, I'm gonna make an executive decision.
Okay.
The Kraken is gonna lift Hamish and Steve back up, actually, and look between the two of you. I feel like things are not spicy enough yet, so...
Well, what do you mean by spicy? I could add more cinnamon next time into my bake.
Hamish, that would be great, and because you provided that suggestion, I say we start off with a double elimination. And also throws Steve. So Campbell's now been eliminated twice.
You gotta be kidding.
Throws
hear
Steve. Yeah. Oh
No, you hear Blue Skidoo? We can too!
Yeah. So pick a new NPC, Campbell.
Oh shit.
You have Running Mulligan
My
and Hot
third
Dog
character. I'll take Hot Dog Frank.
Food truck.
Food Truck Frank.
Man. He's a hot dog man. That's all he is to me.
Same thing.
He's basically Guy Fieri.
That's his
Yeah.
father is Hot Dog Frank. He's Food Truck Frank.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You hear
Food Truck
on
Frank.
the island just thrown, like, I think that was my dad.
Okay, Food Truck Frank's signature ingredient is hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his, like, magic?
Magic.
He can make anything into
I'm gonna
food
roll for it.
form.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
pick a
roll,
random one.
Roll.
Okay, 5 and 1. Divination.
That's what
Ooh.
Randall Coy has.
Hey, people can have more than one
Or you could
magic.
go
Oh, well.
or you could go technomancy, because you can do either one.
Oh, you're right. I'll go Technomancy. Okay.
Because he drives a truck.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why.
Obviously, that makes sense.
You know, contestants, I'm getting quite weary. It wasn't quite exciting enough in the first bake. So you know what I say?
What do you say?
I'm doing math. One moment. Double elimination every round.
Okay.
And we are cutting only 3 rounds. 2 more rounds to go.
The stakes keep getting higher and higher.
I have just lifted the stakes incredibly.
This is taking me back to my old adventuring days. I feel like I'm out with the party again.
Oh, Hamish, like, leans in and goes, have you ever met my wife on one of your adventures?
Oh, remind me your name.
Her name is Suzanne.
Suzanne.
She's a 8-foot tall tiefling woman, bright blue skin.
Oh, how could I forget? Oh, I know Suzanne. Do you know
You
what?
do!
Oh, sure. You know what? Once.
I didn't want to interrupt, but can we get on with our baking?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Look at me reminiscing about old times. Anyway.
Yeah, and he goes, we'll have to catch up over a pint later.
Oh, we do. And I can reconnect with Suzanne. You know, I never made it to Glorglax's lair. I think she did. I'm sure you've heard the story.
She did. Oh, we got to make the bake. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
it's okay. Round two.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for what the Lich is gonna judge this round.
First, you must assign your stats.
Yeah, this is a true like bake off. We have we have that, and then we have a technical. Maybe this is our technical round.
Yeah.
This round is your technical, the patisserie.
Okay.
Technical. You know, these hosts, I thought they were a good idea in the beginning, but they're just really crapping my style. And she's
Sue Perkins. No, let Sue Perkins walk off. Let Sue walk off. She's like, right, I got paid all my money. She gets on a little sugar boat.
Yeah, a
and goes,
little sugar lifeboat rolls up for Sue.
Yeah.
the salesman like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go down to my room under the ship
Where I live.
alive.
And she dunks him under the water.
Oh my god.
Now that that's out of the way, get ready for your technical bakes. Okay, before we do technical, you have to assign your stats. So Lily, you get +2, -2 this round, and everybody else gets another +1, -1.
Because I'm a coward, I have made everything 0.
So then I'll add.
Neutral.
I'm going +2 magic, -1 presentation, and -1 flavor.
I'm committing. I'm going
am-
+3 flavor. But then that means I have. What do I have?
And you're adding +2 minus.
0 presentation. Yeah, and then I have -3 magic.
Oh wow.
I have 0 presentation, 0 flavor, 0 magic.
Same.
Honestly, not a bad play. Okay, now you can roll for what we're judging
Okay.
on.
6.
6. That is.
Is that magic?
I think it just might be. That is magic.
Oh, I looks like I've put all my eggs in the wrong basket.
Ron, it looked like you might have fucked up, as the kids say. Does everybody have their bakes?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, Frank's ready to go. Frank has created macarons, and they're all flavored differently. One of them is flavored like hot dogs. One of them is flavored like relish. One of them is flavored like a sesame bun. One of them is flavored like ketchup. We've got mustard. We've got chili. We've got bacon. And I'm going to say that he gets +1 from his technomancy because macarons are really hard to make and like you have to like adjust the oven.
Okay.
Okay.
It's very technical.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I believe you.
Okay.
But you're going to hold your roll
Oh, okay.
because if somebody wants to assist you. So we all describe.
Okay.
Okay, I think, once again, shot and edited like a true episode of Bake Off. Hamish goes, you know, my wife and I, we had a honeymoon in Paris, and we had these really lovely raspberry mi-foys, which is hard to say in a Scottish accent. And he's like, I put a lot of my, I like to think I'm very good at adding all these spices and whatnot, but I think let's go for technicality. Let's make a really strong puff pastry. Let's use fresh raspberries. Let's use fresh whipped cream. And he's making a raspberry mi-foy. Mi-foy.
Beautiful.
Okay, everyone. This just in. He's gonna click his sending stone, and it's gonna like put a hologram up of the Kraken when she was a wee lad.
No.
And it's her enjoying some cream puffs with her family on the seaside.
Oh, I thought he was gonna cancel her. I thought it was gonna be a video of her doing something like insensitive, and he was gonna try to like cancel her online.
And you know what's in these cream puffs?
Uh-oh. I'm scared to know. I'm scared to ask.
Hamish goes, is it rum? Is it a rum cream puff?
Oh, good guess.
That is a good guess. Yeah, they're just rum cream puffs. I'm just fucking with you guys. Because I know this, I am going to make you this exact cream puff from your childhood. And then he's gonna like wander over to the edge of the ship, like his back to the railing, and like
He's really winding up for it.
and like dip his hands behind him. I'm just hanging out, everybody. You guys can go back to your baking. And then he's gonna pull up a plastic, like no, he's gonna pull up like tin foil of like of these cream puffs and like quickly unwrap them and put them on a plate.
Oh my god!
But they're like smushed. They're a little wet. Oh, and he sprinkles gold flakes on top.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I have a pitch.
Yes.
As like a tiny portal opens, Brendan like looks up and just like, you know how like in Crafty there's always like a weird like plastic thing of pastries from Costco.
Yes.
And like a plastic container of Costco croissants like fall through the portal and onto the ground.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god. So somebody is, I don't know.
Somebody
Sent him
he
here.
is a benefactor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a warlock.
He's like, what? Fuck!
He's a patron.
Sam Reich.
Okay.
He's like, this would be so funny.
Yeah.
Sam pops up and says, I've been
here
the whole time!
As Grand is rolling out her pastry dough, she's like she's whipping up a ganache, and you know what? Patisserie is a little bit out of my league, okay? I'm a humble baker, you know, I'm more of a buns and cakes and breads type of baker. So this is a little bit out of my league, but I've got the chocolate ganache here, and then I've got eclairs. Pretty fancy, right? Okay, watch this. The way I drizzle this chocolate sauce over, see how it makes that weaving pattern? Okay? What these are gonna do is when you eat them, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
If you eat these, it's sort of like consuming one of those vitamin C gummies. They're chocolate and orange flavored. This'll ward away the scurvy. I thought that was appropriate since we're on a pirate ship.
My
So
God.
you feel the scurvy coming on. Don't worry. One of these chocolate orange eclairs will ward those symptoms right off.
Gran, I'm feeling a little bit of scurvy, so why don't you present your bake first?
Okay, here you go. Oh my god.
It jumped.
Whoa! All right, but don't forget I have a minus. Okay, so I rolled a 10, and then I get +1 because I used my magic. So that's 11, but then I have -3 because she's judging on magic, right?
Yeah. So, an 8.
That's still pretty good.
You
Yeah,
get
it's still
an
good.
8.
Okay.
I do love a good vitamin taste, but it's not the standout I was hoping. But for now, you are safe. I was hoping the scurvy would disappear instantaneously, but some of my teeth are still feeling a bit loose in my head.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Hot
Shit,
dog
we
Frank
need to
or-
roll. Yeah, Frank needs to roll.
Frank's ready to go. He presents his array of hot dog themed macarons.
Here's the thing, that would kill on the Food Network, though.
Oh,
People eat
yeah.
that shit up.
It's a 6.
Frank, these are definitely interesting, exotic flavors that I myself have never eaten. And for that, you are safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rendell's gonna run up and be like, then I know the past 2 bakes that you have eaten right now have been disappointing, but I am here to give you your childhood back in a cream puff. Ooh, I got a 9.
What?
Whoa!
Oh, it's just like I'm a little kraken again. These are absolutely scrumptious, not a soggy bottom among them. The way the cream, it sits so perfectly inside of the puff. Just like my great-grand kraken used to make.
And the rum is a wonderful touch.
You are safe to bake another day.
Does Rundle do a little like fist pump?
Yeah. Yes. And then he puts his hands in his pockets and he walks out to the edge and looks over the ocean.
Who's next?
Yeah, it's Brennan
It's
and
Brennan.
Hamish.
I'll
Yes,
roll for
walks up-
Brennan.
roll for
What did he
Brennan
make?
walking up with a plastic thing of Costco croissants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slams them down. Like, please, eliminate me. Eliminate me. He got a 6.
I really wanted him to do so good.
These are delicious. You are safe.
No! Fuck! Alright, now it's time for Hamish and his little raspberry mefoys.
Come on, Hamish.
Hamish rolled a 5.
Oh.
No!
Hamish, I maybe should have mentioned in the planning phase, but I am deathly allergic to raspberry.
He goes, his face just falls. He's like, I am so sorry. I did not know that at all.
That's alright, but unfortunately, I think we're going to have to put you up for elimination.
He goes, look, as long as I'm not thrown to shore, that's alright. It's okay. It's my wife's birthday coming up.
Who are the two of us that got 6s? It was
I got an 8.
I got it.
I think it was Brennan and Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
Brennan and Frank.
Brennan and Frank got 6s.
Okay, so then they're both up for elimination.
I know I told you some of you were safe, but actually, and then
Yeah.
yoinks Frank
Yeah.
and Brennan,
Yeah.
and Brennan's like, yes, please,
All right.
finally.
Wait, okay, so wait, we're doing double eliminations. So Hamish is eliminated, period, already.
No, I think we should still
We have
roll
to
off.
roll off.
Okay. Even though he
Unless-
got a 5, he rolled the lowest.
Yeah, so it's
But
two,
you roll off again. Like,
Yeah.
you chose
Okay.
who's going up for elimination.
so it's 2d6
Okay.
plus
So this
magic.
is us lip syncing for our
Yeah,
left.
you
This
guys
is
are
the
lip sync. I'll roll
Okay.
I'll roll Brennan.
Okay.
Frank got a 5.
Hamish got a 9.
Brennan got a 7.
Shut up!
For the third time, Campbell is eliminated.
Oh my god!
So I think Frank gets yunk back to shore like everybody else, and Brennan, he's like, yes, finally, a portal's gonna open in the sky, and the Kraken's gonna fling him like straight up into the portal.
Wait, then who's Campbell gonna play?
Brennan, the Lich goes, and yanks him back down onto the boat and ties him up in the corner.
No! Oh my god! He's so close to getting home!
Eliminated, but you must stay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sam.
Oh my god.
So he's not in the competition anymore, he's just on
No.
the boat.
But he can run interference.
Yeah, he's gonna run
Yeah.
interference.
Okay.
Hamish pulls Rundle and Graham's aside and goes, well, I don't like the way that she's treating that poor young boy over there.
Yeah, he just wants to go home to his drag queens.
I'm sorry, what's
Oh, you didn't see him through the portal?
No, I
4
I didn't.
queens looking down on him. It's like they looked like they needed someone to DM their game.
From the corner, Brennan stands up and goes, I don't know how I got here or how I'm gonna get home, but I swear by everything that you hold dear that I, Brennan Lee Mulligan, will escape from this torment and pain. There is nothing that can stop me from getting back to my drag queens and back to my friends. I
Rendell's
will
filming.
destroy you.
Hamish waves and goes, sit down, lad, we'll take care of you. You just gotta hang tight for a few more minutes.
Grangan says, don't worry, I knitted you these. She's quickly knit them. There are 2 blue and purple knitted socks. They're enchanted with feather falling, just in case you get thrown again.
Thank you, Great Gran. He puts them on.
Okay, now he's wearing knitted socks.
Yeah.
There's only 3 of us left. So, right, whoever wins this next one is like, you win.
Yep, and we get the artifact that we seek. And of course, free the Lich from the prison of this mortal coil.
Okay, so we need to get serious about like destroying this thing's like phylactery.
Sure.
I
Sure.
was just here to bake and make new friends, so, I mean,
Okay, everybody, we need to get in alignment on what our focus is right now. Okay, so the pitch is we need to not destroy, we need to suck the rum out of that cake.
Yeah. So
And then Gran, you're gonna take a shot of it.
if we can distract that guard with those beaming blue eyes enough to extract the rest of the rum, I'll say we'll have done it and it's ready to be destroyed.
Well, I remember when you made that stupendous bake a little bit earlier. Maybe if we try just to make the best bake that we can.
I love the way you think and your enthusiasm, Hamish. That's what I would say to that.
Let's do it. Hey, what if we all work together on a big bake?
Okay, like
Will the Lich
assisting
allow
each other?
that? Will the Lich allow that?
Well, the Lich doesn't have to know, right? You are on my ship right now, and I'm
He goes, and it's such a beautiful ship. You did such fine handiwork with this sugar spinning.
Hamish, I sure wish you baked better, because you're certainly my favorite contestant.
Oh my god.
He goes, it's okay, my bacon's not for everyone.
Did we? Oh, we didn't have an archbaker last round.
No.
Really?
Well, who
It's
rolled
not
the
just
highest?
the top?
We can make it the top. It's supposed to be you have to roll above a 10.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, who rolled the highest? Was it Gran?
It was Gran again.
I thought it was Rendell.
No, it was Rendell.
Oh,
Rendell.
shit.
Rendell's the
Does
best
Rendell-
boy.
Does Rendell get the handshake?
No, because he didn't roll
Yeah.
above a 10.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he's.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think he gets a handshake, but I do think he's Archbaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
So-
now we all change our stats for the last round.
Okay. So change your stats. Campbell, hang out in the corner.
This injustice will not stand.
Just
I
could you
can see what's
monologue?
happening here.
Okay, I think I'm going +1 presentation, -3 flavor,
Damn.
+2 magic.
Damn.
I've got
Damn.
+2 flavor, 0 presentation, -2 magic.
I have +1 to presentation, 0 to flavor, and -1 to magic.
Okay.
Let's hope it's not magic.
The last round, everyone, is going to be my personal favorite, cakes. I want to see show-stopping cakes that really show off who you are and what you love. They need to wow me in presentation and in flavor.
And I would love to see some sugar work on top.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Okay, Campbell, you want to roll?
Yep. 6. It's magic again.
Yes.
It's magic again?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
My wife should be on the show. She's the magical one.
Oh.
That's really beautiful, Hamish, but I would like to align us back to our goal for this round.
Yeah, we're gonna wow this Lich. All right. For my showstopper, I've prepared a 12-tiered cake, one for each of my grandkids.
Damn.
It's filled with a blueberry buttercream, a blueberry and black pepper jam between each layer. I've iced it to create the effect of the beautiful ocean that we're on, and dotted all around it, as you can see, are tiny sugar work ships. Now, they're nothing compared to the work of Mary, but hopefully you can see the inspiration I've drawn from your work, and you'll enjoy smashing these ships just as much as you did the full-size ones. Now, each of those has got a little,
Oh my god.
what do they have? I went first, you can't get mad at me.
I felt like your bake was full and then you keep adding things.
Each of those ships is a lucky ship, so chomp down on one of those, and you're gonna have good luck for the next hour.
This
My
this just sounds like you're
that's the
pandering.
magic.
This sounds like pandering
That's just the magic that I made up that I can do. Pandering to who?
to the judge.
Yeah.
What? That's what... Okay,
Seems like you might be pandering,
Oh, wait.
Gran.
okay, wait. Let's not... Okay, let's say... Because I've done that twice, that like the abjuration magic works on who eats it. So instead, what I'm gonna say is, I used my abjuration magic to ward off burning on the bottom of the pan. So whenever I boiled all the sugar, I made sure that none of it burnt. That's what I warded. I'm just trying to use my magic for something so that I can add a little +1 to my roll. Okay.
You're not rolling.
I don't roll yet.
Hamish, what did you bake?
Hamish, he's like, I'm thinking of that like little kid on Shot who's just wiping his little brow and whisking that image. Because Hamish is stressed out. He's like, I just want to make my wife proud, you know? She's the adventurer. She's the one that has all these accolades to her, and I'm just her husband, which is a prize and honor in and of itself, but I don't know. Maybe I need to do something for myself for once. And Hamish is making a tiered, it's like an 8-layer, but not like 8 layers on top of each other, but like a kind of single, like an 8-layer cake with like a vanilla frosting with toasted walnuts on the side. Hamish, by the way, I didn't say this, Hamish's its specialty is, I think I did it because herbology, because he gardens a lot. So it's a spiced rum cake inside, and inside has a bunch of traditional spices in that. So he has his own cinnamon that he grows. He has his own cardamom. He found some good cardamom seeds, so he's hoping that they will be good. He has some star anise. I already said cinnamon, nutmeg, and he's getting the toasted walnuts out and chopping them and just putting on the side of the cake, and then he's doing his little kind of sugar work, and he tries to make it look like a butterfly on top.
Oh,
Hamish, I still feel indebted to you. I made these for you. I knitted these oven mitts. If you turn the cakes out using them, not a crumb will stick to the pan.
Hamish is like, oh, these are so nice, and he's like, oh, here, I just have this jar of them. It's I love growing dill. It's one of my favorite herbs. So here's some dried dill from my garden. And he gives it to you.
You know what? I'm gonna sprinkle that right on there. I use it to decorate my ocean so it looks like seaweed.
cool. Are those y'all's assists?
Yeah.
I don't know how dill would assist a dessert, but sure, yeah.
Flavor-wise, I don't know, but I definitely feel obligated to put it on, so it's on the cake now.
Great. You guys see Rendell Coy is like slyly texting on his phone for a little bit, and then he opens the oven and pulls out a fully like multi-tier frosted done cake. And what it is a cake of the building of his father's building, the greatest competitor of the Lich, and a sugarwork recreation of the Lich with some gold flakes, really messily just like stuck to it, that he's doing with his fingers, destroying that building of his father's.
Oh,
yeah,
He may not be the eldest boy, but he is the best boy.
that's so true.
Wow.
Rendell is gonna walk over to Hamish's stand, and he's like, Hamish, I've really admired you this game, and so I'm gonna give you a little something, and without permission sprinkles a bunch of gold flakes on top of your
He's like, well, does it add flavor or anything to the cake?
it adds pizzazz, and that is worth more than flavor in some places.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's very kind of you. And he rummages and he's like pulling out and goes, well, you know, I just grew some basil, and here's some dried basil for you. He gives you
You
dried
just
basil.
grew it.
Well, no, I grew it. We just harvested it, and I've been drying them out. So it's a dried basil from my garden.
Thank you so much, Hamish. I only eat basil from this one location in Italy, but I will appreciate this, and then walks away. So that's going to be Rendell's assist to Hamish.
Does Brennan Lee Mulligan interfere?
He's tied up. He's sitting like a damsel in distress.
Okay. Suddenly, a portal opens up over him, and a figure drops, clang, on to the sugar of the ship, cracking and splintering sugar shards everywhere. They are in full battle armor, but it's mismatched. It looks like this person has traveled through multiple dimensions to get here. They've got like a helmet that doesn't match like their pauldrons. They've got like all sorts of weapons. They look up and it is the face of Izzy Roland. She's here to save her husband. She slashes through the ropes that are tying Brittany Mulligan to the ship. She scoops him up bridal style. What does he say?
What does he say?
Oh my god.
He just says babe. I love
That's
He
it.
just
Yeah.
says, babe. She says, "Don't touch my husband, you motherfuckers!" And then she leaps back through the portal and takes him home to the dome.
Home to the dome.
That was really good.
Thank you.
And the portal closes, and in that commotion, Rendell has brought his cake up to the altar. He's gonna roll his assist for Hamish. Thank you.
You got this.
Oh fuck yeah! An 11.
Damn.
Okay, so this means that Rendell is also aided too. So, but Hamish, you have a +1 for me, and I also get a +1.
Oh, slay.
And I'm gonna say I used my secret ingredient, but I didn't use my magic. So I'm gonna get a +2. I got an 8. And for this round, since it's like the final round, it's just gonna be the highest roll. Wins.
Okay.
Very interesting. I do like the imagery that your cake is giving me right now. I do enjoy taking down that said building.
It seems much more technical than your last 2 entries. I wonder where this skill was hiding the whole game.
You know, they say that I'm just really, I've learned a lot in my days. I'm really talented, and I'm ready to take on the role of Starbaker.
Who says that? You said they. Who is they?
Are you on Twitter?
No.
You wouldn't know then. You wouldn't know. Just they, you know? Like, they.
They. Your mummy and daddy? Do they say that you're a talented little boy?
No, that's the people who don't say it yet, but like they will after this.
Oh, so they don't say it?
Okay. I thought this was a baking show. Okay. They've said it before, you know.
You're a talented little boy.
They've said those words, yeah.
All right.
But have they said those all in conjunction directed at you?
I don't listen, I can't remember everything in my life that's happened, but I'm sure they have, right? They're my parents.
Yeah. Anyways, I was talking with your sister the other day.
Okay, listen. Family isn't everything. It is everything, but it isn't everything. And Rendell Coy's gonna like storm off. Gran, get up there.
Gran has taken this time to slide her hands under. This cake is like 3 times as big as she
Hamish
is.
is gonna help her. Hamish is gonna help her.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Hamish. Oh, I had a little wobble there. And together we bring the cake up to the Lich. Here we go. Oh, and I've got to roll my assist.
If I helped Gram carry the cake up, can I roll assist too?
Yeah, I think you can do it
Okay.
before, since you're the
Okay,
last
I'm
one to go.
Okay, I'll do that right now then real quick.
Okay, cool.
So I rolled a 7. What does that mean?
Gran does get a +1.
Okay, so you get a +1 Gran.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, you also get a +1. But I get a -1 because I got distracted helping you.
Oh no.
I took too long knitting your mitts that I didn't get enough time to ice my own bake. So I'll get a -1. That's okay, Hamish. It's the way I would want it to be. Okay, and now I roll for my bake. I got a 7.
Delicious, Gran, but the technical skill is not quite there on this one like some other contestants.
Okay, well, I hope you still enjoy the little ships I made.
I'll take a closer look at them. And then Hamish, I think you have a +1 from me and a +1 from Lilly,
Yeah,
so
so-
+2 from us.
You have a +2. So Hamish brings his cake up. It's a very like modest but very nice looking cake. You have the crushed walnuts, the spun sugar butterfly, and he goes, "Oh, this is my bake. It is a spiced rum cake with a caramel buttercream, and I've toasted some walnuts and I've just sprinkled them on top. And I did some lovely sugar work. My wife's favourite animal are butterflies, so we'll just make sure to put a little butterfly on top." And he's gonna roll. Hamish has a -1 to magic, so... Ooh, okay. That is a 8. He got an 8.
Okay. I think we have to roll off.
Is that what
tie.
Rendell got too?
Yeah.
Did we all get 8s?
No, I got a 7.
7.
Okay, so Rendell and Hamish are rolling off.
Yeah.
It seems that it's a tie between my 2 top bakers. Please.
Sorry, I got
What
really
are we
excited.
rolling? What are we? Are we just rolling
Yeah,
just 2d6?
what are they doing?
Yeah.
It will be a tough decision for me. Let me confer with my host.
You
You
got
got
rid of your host.
I got a 5.
I got a 12.
No way!
Rendell Coy, you are the winner of the
Yes.
Great Lich Bake-Off.
Yes, I knew I could do it. Now,
I lean up.
no,
Hamish
go
leans
ahead.
over to Gran and goes, "That boy needs a win. He's needed a win for a long time."
I heard that, Hamish and Gran. I can hear you. My ears work.
Kendall, listen. Even if you're...
What'd you just call me?
Oh, Rendell! Rendell, listen. Even if your parents aren't proud of you, do you know what? I think I don't want to speak for Hamish, but I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of you even if they aren't, okay?
Rendell
I'm
looks
proud
at you.
of you, even if
Yeah.
all of your bakes are mysteriously appearing out of thin air.
It's true. Do you know what? You've come on here and you've put yourself out there.
Rendell looks at the both of you and looks like as if he's gonna get emotional. And he's like, "Unfortunately, that does not matter because you are not my father, and that is the only validation I seek. All right, now let's kill this lich, everyone. Kill this lich. No one kill this. Okay,
Well,
we're
I
not
think
joining in.
kill's a bit of a harsh word for it.
Get rid of this lich. It just doesn't have the same ring,
Well,
Hamish.
it's more like, let's assistant euthanize this lich. Let's assistant euthanization this lich.
That, that is a mouthful. Okay, I think I'm ready to leave this plane. All you have to do is go approach my archdemon Paul Hollywood and just give him a handshake, and let's see what happens.
Oh, Rendell.
Rendell's gonna nervously approach Paul Hollywood, who's like standing like guard. He's like a sentry in front of the rum cake, and reach his hand out for a handshake. And he shakes his hand. Does anybody have any idea what happens when he shakes his hand?
I think Paul Hollywood would know that Rendell
Yeah.
Coy did not make his bake.
Wait, shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
It's a honor to shake your hand, sir.
Crunch.
Crunch. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
the
I'm saying.
bones in your hand. You fool! Paul Hollywood always knows when someone has fake to bake. This could only
No,
happen.
Please, this is televised,
We're
please.
not playing a fair game.
Please, my
She
dad's
wraps
gonna
a
see this.
tentacle around him and flings him to shore.
But while Paul Hollywood is distracted, can Hamish and I remove the rest of the rum?
Yeah, we stick some straw. I hand you
Yeah.
this crazy straw.
Yeah, we take 2 crazy straws and go.
It's like, well, this is a fine rum, isn't it?
Cheers, Hamish.
Yeah.
Paul Hollywood turns around and catches you guys right as you're like sucking the last drop of rum. And he's gonna like turn his head to the sky and like the beams are gonna go straight to the sky and then he's gonna slowly break apart and like blue light he explodes.
Oh my god.
And,
He served his purpose well.
and then what happens to the Lich?
He guarded
says-
it till the end.
Thank you. Thank you. I can finally be with my family again.
Oh,
And she
my grand kraken.
Yes.
I don't have to have any more soggy bottoms.
And she like fades into she like sinks down into the ocean, and you can see her body like break up into
1,000 cream puffs that she and her grand kraken make together in the afterlife.
And they float to shore so that everyone can enjoy them.
Yeah.
All with a little spun sugar kraken topper.
Yeah.
And somehow none of them have soggy bottoms.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though they've been floating in the ocean.
Yeah.
And Hamish and Gran, I think, are the winners of
Yay!
Barry Mary the Great Lich's Bake Off.
Woo!
Oh, we definitely. I bring you to my house so you can like meet up
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
I
can
think there's one of the,
reconnect.
you know how they show like the pictures like after the credits on the real bake-off? Yeah, it's like Gran reconnected with her old adventuring buddy Suzanne, and they reminisced about raiding Gorglux's lair.
And you see like an old picture of Hamish, like fucking jacked, like fucking jacked, like this man. You find out that he was like a prince of a country, and he like was captured by a dragon. That's how he met his wife and all of that jazz.
That's so romantic. Oh, and we got our artifacts. So there's a video of Gran. She sprays the like the magical like non-stick spray on her hands, and she starts knitting like so fast and dexterously.
Oh my god.
And then there's a picture of her standing proudly with the 23. What did I say?
12.
12.
Oh, I don't know why I can't. Well, there's 24. Oh no, I thought it was socks. It's blankets. She knits 12 beautiful blankets for all her grandkids.
Heck yeah.
It's
There's
beautiful.
one for you. And then I knit one blanket for Hamish and Suzanne's beautiful home as well.
Hamish, he just wanted like a big kind of chunky gemstone, and it's a deep blue, like his wife, and he presents it to her and goes, "Happy 60th anniversary, my love," and gives her a big kiss.
Oh,
And that is the end of the Great Lich's Bake Off. We've done it. How was that playing this game?
Oh my god.
that was crazy.
That was a really
It was a
fun
party, a laugh and a
system.
half.
Yeah.
Laugh and a half. That was definitely the most collaborative
Yeah.
Yeah.
system I've played so far.
I liked the decision we made. I don't know, maybe Campbell have a different opinion, but I like that it was like whoever got eliminated, you just had to like shift to another NPC.
Yeah, that was fine. It was fun.
'Cause it was
I wish
like-
they'd lived a little longer.
Yeah. I feel like we weren't like tied to our characters like too hard. So
Yeah.
like I was like, I want Rendell to get, I kind of wanted to be
The
eliminated.
fact
so I
that
could
Rendell
switch.
won was crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, he didn't win.
he didn't win.
Yeah.
That's what I liked the collaborative storytelling, because it was like if we were just trusting like the dice numbers, it was like, yeah, he won, but that's like not narratively satisfying. So I like that you guys broke his hand.
Yeah.
Just threw him away.
He this is the only win Kendall Roy will ever have.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The only W for a little boy of elves.
Hall Hollywood would never let it happen.
Never.
No.
I definitely liked it as somebody who like does do the DMing of a lot of these episodes. It was definitely like if I got nothing, it was like, haha, you guys are all in the shit just as much
Yeah.
as me.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
say something. So that was like fun of like we all could rely on each other and like pick it up. Like I think my favorite bit was when we would start doing the Lich's voice and we all wanted to like
we would all
pitch
do
it.
it. Yeah.
It's like, and with that whole thing, because like I tend to be like the DM mostly because like I'm the person that has like their shit together.
Yeah.
But like with that, it's so fun to kind of like allow yourself to like make a little guy and not be beheld into a world that you make. And it's just like it takes so much off of your brain, and you can just relax and you don't have to like stress about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the most fun part of this episode might be like people getting to listen to like just how quick we came up with everything. Like it was like all you needed was one idea, we loved it, we ran with it, and it just informed everything, and it was easy just to like build a world, and it was like great. Now we live in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
That
to be
was
perfect.
so fun, like coming up with like all the
Yeah.
flavor and all the world building.
I think that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
What should we give? So normally in our study breaks, we give A+s and flunks because we're like school themed.
Oh, we have to give Star Baker
Star Baker and
and Soggy Bottom.
Worst
Soggy
baker.
Bottom.
Star Baker, Soggy Bottom.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I
I think Brennan Lee Mulligan gets a Soggy Bottom because that man could not win. Well, like, he won.
We literally kept. We were like, okay, we'll send him home, and then we were like, never mind.
That was kind of though like a Star Baker. It
Yeah.
was like it became funny that he couldn't get home.
exactly.
Yeah.
Star Baker to the fact that he couldn't get home. Soggy Bottom to like if we like meet him and work with him, which like hopefully will happen. We have to like explain ourselves.
We don't have to explain
Soggy
anything.
Bottom to us. Soggy Bottom to us. Like, let's be real.
Soggy Bottom to us.
Then if that win, no, let's be affirmation. When that happens, we'll just say, that's a soggy bottom, I guess, and no explanation.
Yeah.
Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Ah. We'll end with that in jazz
Well, maybe he'll be like,
hands.
oh, I have to go listen to it now.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I give
I don't know.
Star Baker to our Lich. I loved her.
Yeah.
I
was
love
so
that we
great.
all like developed what her personality was and what she talked like, and that we all played her. That was
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah, I like that it was like we could kind of dip our little fingies into everybody's little character
Dip
stories.
our tentacles.
Dip our tentacles and like really influence everybody. I really enjoyed that from like a collaborative storytelling because like I feel like
Yeah.
D&D, yes, it is collaborative storytelling, but everybody is their own character and has their own
Yes.
backstories. I feel like this gets more at the heart of like if that's truly what you like from TTRPGs.
Yeah.
This is truly like I would not be mad if somebody was like, oh, and then Rendell does this. Like if you like kind of pitched in even on my character, I'd be like, cool.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't step on my toes as much as like in D&D if you were like, now Beans does this, I'd be like,
Yeah.
you can fuck off.
Yeah. Well, I feel like also when you have a really good group that you trust, that's when D&D and other TTRPGs does become that. But it's nice to have like a game that's right out of the bat. It's like, this is collaborative. If someone ends up playing another person's character, it's whatever. We're adding to, of course, like, you know, with permission. But at the end of the day, we're just adding on to the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
if I gave a Star Baker.
I think a Star Baker goes to I feel like Gran and her 12 grandkids and all the little things that she's knitted. Soggy Bottom to Galvanus. Garvanus. I'm so sorry.
It's fine actually because I was like at the beginning before the session started, I was like, God damn it, I forgot I have to play Guy Fieri for this whole
Yeah,
session.
Guy Fieri
and then I
was
got to
taking a
play
little fall from
everybody.
grace. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to play a bunch
he's-
of different characters. That was fun.
Oh my god. Yay.
I think Star Baker, I got two. I think Lilly and Madeleine, the fact that your characters like worked really well together, even though like you really had no idea, like two like older characters
Yeah.
who were like really wholesome. I thought that was really fun to play with. And then Star Baker to Campbell for getting eliminated 3 times. It just turned into a bit. I was like, I really
Yeah.
hope that like every
That's a good
character
bit, though.
you take over gets immediately eliminated.
It was fun. I liked doing a Brennan Lee Mulligan monologue.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
Everyone got to be a Brennan.
Yeah.
Everyone got to be
Yeah.
a Brennan. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. I based my guy off of a real person who was in Great British Bake Off. I love him. His
Cute.
name is Norman. He's in series 5. He's
I
like,
know
"I'm
who
gonna
you're
make some-"
talking about.
Yes, he's like,
one of my
something really
favorites.
exotic. I'm gonna make a lemon tart that's so
Yeah.
exotic. And I'm like, oh, buddy.
My Star Baker is how close, like how you narrated it, so similar to the real British baking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think I came here to play around?
Yeah, it was so good. It was like exactly how they talk, and he and Suzanne. That was
I know.
That was
That was so
sweet.
good. And I was like, that's not in my skill set to recreate the Great British Bake. Like, just
Yeah.
like of my strengths, I was like, humble narration and like cute
Yeah.
moments. I was like,
Yeah.
that's so good.
So then my soggy
Y'all-
bottom is that we didn't. I think we should have added a mechanic. This would be like we couldn't have done this, where we all narrate what ocean creatures, like what wildlife the camera is showing.
Oh, that would have been funny.
So we should have each gone around and been like,
The dolphins, are jumping on the bow in the wake.
Or it's like, because you know the host will do bits. They'll do Prue and Noel. Like they'll do bits. No, not Prue and Noel, because Prue's the new Mary Berry.
Yeah,
because
Matt
it's
and Noel.
Yeah, Matt and Noel, like they'll do a bit, and like if we could, like, I don't know, jump in and just do like an intercut and like what happens during the intercut.
Yeah.
yeah. They'll be like, we're here on the high seas. Hopefully, any bakers that didn't do well
Yeah,
aren't too
roar!
salty. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Matt goes like, "What, salty?"
I made the executive decision. I was like, there's no way we can play our NPCs, our Lich, and to host. I was like, that was insane of us. I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like with that, it ended up being like a true kind of bake-off where you have the signature, the technical, and the showstopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my one note of like, I think if you were playing this with 7 people at a table, I think that structure would work, the 5 rounds, because it would truly be pretty like, I don't want to get eliminated, and I think people would get more cutthroat. That was why I was so like, do we add NPCs? But it told us to, and I'm glad we played it the way it like told us to. But I think if I played it again at like a smaller table, I just wouldn't. It's like, I would rather take the rounds down than add a bunch of NPCs that we have to play. But I don't know.
Yeah, I do like what NPCs add to the world, like in Good Society, where you do play NPCs of the world. I think personally, I think that's fun, and especially like if I knew like if someone was making like a Guy Fieri inspired character, or if there was a Kendall Roy inspired character, like I don't know, I would have like maybe pitched like a Shiv Roy NPC, or like a Bobby Flay, the arch nemesis of Guy Fieri. I think that would have been, just ways to add into, because my thing is like, what's the funniest thing I can do?
Exactly.
Which isn't like the best mindset all the time, but that's immediately what I go to.
It gets you somewhere. It gets you somewhere though. It's like, if that's your starting off point, we've also had a lot of like with other guests, we started with really ridiculous, crazy, obviously just joke things, and they turn into really beautiful story arcs, because it's like you get somewhere to go if you start with a bit.
Yeah, you get somewhere to go. But I don't know if you've ever made like a character like Toot Farts McGee, and then you play them and you realize it's going to be a long-term campaign. You're like, oh, I fucked myself up. I don't know if I want to play Toot Farts McGee for like a year.
And then they end up having the most like harrowing, like touching storyline.
Yeah. Well, that's because like in the middle, you're like, fuck, I have to play this guy for a while. You're like, Toot Farts McGee saw his entire family executed in front of him.
and he farted, and that's why he's called Farts McGee.
Because that was the name that the tyrant duke gave him, and his real name is Chester.
And that's everybody who's like, it's so hard for me to build a character. That's all you have to do, and something beautiful will come from that eventually.
Yeah.
Even this had we had a kind of beautiful ending.
Yeah.
I like that you guys.
She got to reunite with her Grand Kraken.
Yeah. No.
Do you think we'd recommend this for people who've maybe never played a TTRPG before?
Only if you love Bake Off. I would say this is fun to look at. I do think games like this do benefit if you already have dipped your toes into the TTRPG world.
That's what I was going to say. There's some rules in here that are like a little confusing if you aren't familiar with TTRPG
and you can also
systems.
You can start TTRPGs not as a DM.
Yeah.
And then it's, if you have a DM who's DM'd before and maybe you're a new player.
Yeah.
But if you're doing this for the first time, everyone's kind of doing the work of building the world and DMing.
It's true.
So like if you haven't done improv before, this might be challenging.
Yeah. Because I got into TTRPGs because I had just a bunch of friends that were into them. Like, if my friends were like, hey, do you want to play this with us? It's a game. We know you really like the Great British Baking Show. Like, for me, if I was like playing with other people, or at least some other people that knew what they were doing, and I have the pitch of, hey, it's a Great British Baking Show themed TTRPG, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I may be confused, but why not? Let's like have a ball with it.
Yeah.
There's also the tables, which we didn't use because we came up with our own NPCs that like were mostly real people. But there's a ton of tables that are included. In it that will help you come up with stuff. Yeah. So I think those would definitely help for somebody who was a first timer or like
Yeah.
didn't have as much of like a
Yeah, I think I like the suggestion of like, if you're playing at a mixed table of like some veteran experienced players with newer players, I think this could work really well.
Yeah, I would play mixed or advanced, you know,
yeah.
it's like that's who it's for.
I also like a table full of like more than one GM, I think would benefit, because it's also like you do have to keep people on track too. Like that was one thing I was curious.
Just having someone being like the note taker or just the facilitator, because in Good Society, which I'm just going to reference too, because it's the closest thing I can think
No,
to.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, there is a facilitator, and even if the facilitator has their own character in the story, they basically just kind of make sure things roll along.
Yeah, that was something I wish, and I've never played like Powered by the Apocalypse, which is like what I know this is like inspired by, so I'm interested if there is a facilitator role in that rule set.
Yes, there tends to be facilitator, because with Powered by the Apocalypse, it's like I'm thinking of things like Thirsty Sword Lesbians or Monster of the Week. Those things, you do have your 2d6, and it is fairly easy to pick up Powered by the Apocalypse, but for some reason, and maybe it's they added like World of Bake Off and the rounds thing, that's maybe what especially newbies might get caught up in.
Yeah.
But I do think it's very fun.
Yeah, I think it's definitely fun. And also, if anybody wants to play it, it's going to be linked in our show notes. You can go buy it.
Show notes?
I think it was like $10. I don't know. They're usually not
Yes,
very
please
expensive.
pay for things.
Yes.
Pay for
Yeah.
things.
Please
Yes.
support artists and creators.
Oh, speaking of supporting artists and creators, Madeleine, don't you have some things out there?
I do. I have a lot of things out there. Currently, a part of me is thinking, like, when will this air? I am the GM of a show called Blood Island. It is a mini campaign where it's Monster Hearts, and it is inspired by Love Island. I love British reality TV more
That's
than anything.
awesome.
If you can't tell, it's about a bunch of monsters on an island looking for love. One person is playing a goblin in 3 trench coats. No, 3 goblins in a trench coat. Another person's, and 2 people are playing like a 2-headed monster. It is like a laugh and a half, and there might be like a revolution. I don't know. Things got real weird, but like in a good way. So I do that. I also make little games and put them out on the internet. Before I do that, you can find Blood Island at Omniversal Entertainment on Twitch and on YouTube. And then I make silly games. I made Rat Chef, which they played. I also have a Cars, inspired by like the movie franchise Cars. It's a horror, it's a horror dystopian TTRPG called You Are a Car.
Oh my god.
Maybe we should play that for Halloween.
I didn't know about that.
And then I have another like horror light game called Escape from the Kingdom, where you are in the happiest place on earth, but it doesn't turn too happy once the sun goes down. So yeah, I like to write my little brain rot ideas onto paper. I also have unreleased things, so you should follow me on Twitter when I release those things. I'm the Goose Girl, like Megan Thee Stallion. That's TheeGoosegirl. The Goose Girl at Twitter. I guess Twitter-esque sites, Twitch and TikTok.
Yeah, and we'll put all that in our show notes, and we should be able to put links to all of your TTRPGs too, Madeleine. So if you would
Slay.
love a horror dystopian Cars inspired one, just go straight to the show notes and click it. Yeah, I found Madeleine on TikTok a long time ago. It was like one of the first people I followed on TikTok when I was getting into D&D. So I was really excited to be like, wow, I get to meet this person in real life and play with them.
Thank you. I don't know how or why my life has become this, because like I'm just a girl with a job and this is my dream. So it's for me, it's always very exciting when I get these emails, because I'm like, I'm like running around my room like, it's very exciting and just like an honor and a pleasure to just like be invited to do stuff.
Yeah, I think we all feel that too, because I mean, we only started this February.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've gotten some pretty cool emails, and every time you're like, oh my god, this is the dream. I just work I work to support the dream until I can do this for work.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I will be at Big Bad Con this year in San Francisco, California. I will be doing a workshop on, it's called Casting Dramaturgy, because it sounds like thaumaturgy, about bringing dramaturgy to your tabletop games. And if you want to learn what dramaturgy is, you should show up to that or follow me online, because dramaturgy is a lot of things. As Rental Coy would say, it makes sense dramaturgically.
We gotta get in on all these cons. Everybody was just at Gen Con.
I know. We'll get in there, guys.
The only reason I'm going to Big Bad Con is because there's someone I can crash with. My panel got accepted, and I can drive there. It's the only reason why.
Well, that's awesome. I know we're right at time, and I know you gotta go to the the happiest place on earth, which is it?
Yeah, it depends. They're all different locations.
Perfect.
They all have different names. Mm-hmm.
But this was really wonderful to play with you. Thank you for, I know jumping into a GM-less game. Jumping into a GM-less game is always scary, but I always put a lot of faith in our guests of just like, I've seen your content. I've heard you do stuff.
Yeah,
I trust
always
you.
paid off. We set the bar high, and then yeah.
I don't know. I try to not be an asshole. And I try really hard.
You were
awesome. Legendary.
And you know what? Sometimes that's all you need in this world is to just try not to be an asshole, and you
really
turn out really well.
Yeah, that's a really good life approach.
Yeah, like I hate it when people are like, "You gotta be kind." Like, let's set the bar lower and just try not to be an asshole.
Let's just try not to be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Well, it's also more concrete, right? Like you could list things that make you an asshole rather than like what makes you kind. So
yeah,
true.
Anyway, listeners, we'll leave you with that. Your job is to just try not to be an asshole.
Try not, and make sure your bakes don't have soggy bottoms.
That is so
soggy
right.
bottoms.
No soggy bottoms.
Check out the show notes, leave a review, and bye. Kisses from the gals.
Bye.